All right, I think we're here. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to USA Powerlifting's Raw Nationals 2024 here in Salt Lake City, Utah. We're here for day 3. I believe this morning we have the women's 75 kilo, and then what's the class up from that, Self?
And then we have the 82.5 as well.
Gotcha, thank you. So that's on me for getting the weight classes already. Quick introduction. I'm Alex Walters. I'm a national referee, and I'm the Indiana State Chair for USA Powerlifting, and I'm joined by...
Sophia Veras. I am an equipped powerlifter for USA Powerlifting, but also a referee. And then you can catch me on the camera in the live stream as well. So I'm excited to shed some light here on what we have going on for lifting this morning.
All right, sounds great. Should be starting here any moment now. Looks like our live stream is up and running, looking great. Got our overlay going.
It's so impressive how nice the platforms have developed over the years. We've got the lights. Very exciting this morning.
They just did introductions just a moment ago. They did our national anthem. Now we're just waiting for bar is loaded call, probably from Gino. He likes... All right, sorry for that delay. But we are back now, and we are underway, or will be momentarily, here at Raw Nationals Day 3, Session 1. We've got Avis Adams on Platform 1, taking her opening attempt at 102.5 kilos. Gabrielle on 2, dunked 135.
Gabriella's squat was good here. 3 white lights. Avis, 2 white lights, good. We'll see where the coaches go from there.
So we had a red light in the middle there, red card. So if you want to acknowledge what the cards mean for the people at home?
Yes, so if there's a red light, you'll see a card infraction attached to it. Red is failing to get the crease of the hip below the top of the knee, aka deadlift. And now we have Jamila Owens coming up here, 140 kilos, right over 300 pounds. And then Ashley Oviedo at 117.5 kilos.
Decent looking opener there for Jamila.
We'll see what the judges say. We got 3 red lights there.
And Ashley's looked pretty darn good as well.
An excellent 2 red lights there. Looks like she also got a red light with the red infraction card from the center judge. We have Amy Schmidt here getting ready with 142.5 kilos, right around 315 pounds.
And then Ashley Klein coming out to take her opener in the Teen 3 category on Platform 1. Ashley with a speedy opener. That one looked good to me.
She got 3 white lights there. Amy's squat also looked good. Let's see what the judges say. We got 3 white lights. Off to a good start with openers so far. Everyone nailing it. Very important to start off on a nice strong note with the opener.
Session 1 this morning is going to be a little bit shorter. There's only 2 flights, but they are both pretty full.
Rachel now coming ready for 125 kilos, 275 pounds.
And Erin Curran coming out at the same time to take her opener at 142.5, 314 pounds on the bar for her. It's kind of hard to watch this simultaneously.
Oh, yeah. And we got 2 white lights here on the left, 3 white lights on the right.
And that streak of good lifts is continuing. I'd like to see that go for the entire day.
Oh, yeah, I think we all would.
Contrary to what some people believe as refs, we do want you to make lifts.
And we have Renee here getting ready with 135 kilos, right under 300 pounds. Erica Ronier also getting ready here with 145 kilos.
A couple of very strong looking squats to start.
We have 3 white lights here on the left, 2 white lights on the right. Overall, everyone's still continuing the opener streak. Rachel here getting ready on Platform 1.
And Anna Kubik got on 2, 140 and 155 respectively on their bars.
Here looks like a strong squat for Rachel. Let's see what the judges say. We got 3 white lights there. It's impressive to see how far the teen ladies have come. So you'll notice a lot of these women in Platform 1 are Team 3, so that's the 18 to 19 age cohort. Sophia Arak coming up here with 155 kilos for her opener. a smooth squat for Sophia. Let's see what the judges say.
That's going to be 3 whites for Sophia. Yep, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off there.
Let's see Kenya going here.
Gets your start command. Quick into the hole, quick out. That looked pretty good to me.
See, I'm very impressed. Everyone chose nice, smart openers. We have Ashlyn Dormany getting ready here with 157.5 kilos. And that looks like a strong squat with 3 white lights from the judges. Rodriguez getting ready here with 147.5 kilos for her opener, 325 pounds. These are just Team 3 lifters.
Yeah, there's been a lot of really strong lifters in here. Of course, it makes sense. This is the national championship event for us.
Ooh, speed.
Something I've really enjoyed is seeing how tight all of the flights have been. Because all the competition is head-to-head throughout the flights, just seeing how tight all of it can be is really intense to me.
It's so impressive these women are lifting thousands of pounds for their total, and at the end of the day, placing can come down to 2.5, or if you tie, it can come down to your body weight.
Sam Terry coming out on platform 1. I recognize her. She's an Indiana lifter out of Indianapolis. And then we've got Carrie on platform 2, taking her opener at 160. A couple of really smooth openers there.
Looks like the lift is good for Samantha. 2 white lights.
2 white lights for Carrie as well. Jessica unracking on 2, 160 kilos, still on the bar.
Smooth opener there. Now we have Julia getting ready to go here on platform 1.
Maybe look like a little bit of a tougher opener, but that could just be your bar path.
And we got 3 white lights for both of them.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Yep.
We have our last lifter of Flight A for round 1 on platform 2, Janae Hester. Opening up with a very impressive 167.5 kilos. I believe that's just shy of 370 pounds.
There's a nice strong opener there for Janae. 3 white lights from the refs. Lucy Heath getting ready to go.
So far, I'm not seeing many issues for anybody on our platform. And
No.
I think that's exactly how this needs to go.
Yeah, we have platform 2 just successfully made it through their first attempts. No missed openers there.
I was talking with Dee McCarthy out of Virginia yesterday when I was doing the live stream. Can you remember the longest streak of good lifts you've ever seen on a platform?
Ooh. Maybe through at least openers and into like halfway into seconds.
I remember
I don't think
mine.
I've ever had 2 full.
Oh, I remember mine because it was not that long ago, a meet that I was reffing in Indiana. 52 consecutive squats were good to start the meet through 2 flights.
Interesting.
And that included a bunch of youth lifters, which I
Wow.
found way more impressive.
Oh yeah, and especially like beginner lifters, some of the hardest things can be the commands and things like that. You get nervous, you're still learning.
Jamila Owens out to take her second attempt at 147.5 kilos. And then Lauren Acey taking her opener 162.5 on platform 1.
The lift is good for Jamila Owens. lift is also good for Lauren. Amy Schmidt bringing some good intensity here for her second attempt. And then we have Danielle Lamarca coming in here for her opener, the last opener here of platform 1.
I like that singlet. A little more colorful than we've been seeing.
Oh, yeah.
I also like that number on the bar. 177.5 on an opener for a 75-kilo female.
Oh, yeah. I believe she's coached by Meg Scanlon, also a great squatter herself.
Makes sense, 2-1.
Lights. Looks like we're getting some of those red cards coming in from the front.
Red card, like we talked about a little bit earlier, that's a signal that the lifter did not get to depth on the squat. It means other things for the other lifts, obviously, but depth is mostly what we're focused on with the red cards on squat.
And as referees, we do try to make sure we use the words of the rule book when explaining this to people, so we don't just say depth, but failure to get that hip crease below the top of the knee. And then we have Erin Curran getting ready to go here. Platform 2.
Miss Adams, her second attempt is only at 105, only a 2.5 kilo jump. I wonder if that was a decision or maybe a timeout.
We'll see.
Because that moved really well.
Yeah. Lift is good for Avis there. 2 white lights.
Erica Varner now on her second attempt, 152.5 kilos.
And so you brought up a good point, where if people don't get their attempt in time for their their next attempt, then we can only go up at 2.5 kilos. So it is very important for coaches to stay on top of those things.
And it's not just when you get to the table speaking out the number, you actually have to write it down on your attempt card and hand it to the official. You have 1 minute from the completion of the lift to do that. And if you're not able to do that, then you have to take the minimum increase of 2.5 kilos. As Erica didn't quite have it there for 152.5. I'm not sure if that was a strength thing. Like, her opener moved pretty well. I wonder if that was just a bit of a misgroove. Interested to see what she does to her third attempt.
And we have Ashley here. Just finished her squat. And the judges say 3 white lights for Ashley. Don't we have back-to-back Ashleys here on platform 1.
Yesterday we had a situation where the lifter on the left, his last name was Gonzaba, and on the right, the lifter's last name was Gonzaga.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah. Anna Kubik on the right. Looks like she's coached by Alex Luckow. Must be in Minnesota.
Ashley Klein. Oh, they're both coming up together. Those both looked good.
It was good timing.
You got 3 white lights for both of them.
Sophia coming out to take her second attempt on platform 2, 162.5. 7.5 kilo jump.
She's rocking the red, white, and blue today.
I'm a big fan of that look.
Oh, yeah. The Patriotic Vibes, USAPL. It works. That was a smooth second attempt. And 3 white lights for Sophia. Rachel here heading into the hole.
Stands it up. Looked like a little bit of a fight.
We'll see what the judges say. Not there today. 3 red failure cards. Looks like all for depth there from the judges.
Renee coming up. That's a familiar face for her coach in the corner there, Brendan Poppin, out of Michigan.
And then we have Maya Morgan here going on the platform 2.
Maya Morgan with a strong looking squat. I'm interested to see what the call is going to be on this one. 2-1, good lift. 1 call for depth on the left side. That's what I was looking for.
There was some good speed into the hole from Renee.
Really using that stretch reflex to get momentum out. No pun intended. Her coach is the owner of Momentum Powerlifting.
It works, it works.
Ashlyn with a 10-kilo jump for her second, 167.5. That looks solid.
And that was good for her. 3 white lights. I feel like we're crushing it right now. Platform 1 and 2. We've only had 2 missed squats.
Rachel taking her second at 142.5, just another 2.5 kilos from her opener. Okay, that jump makes a little bit of sense. That did look like a little bit of a fight. I wonder if the travel's getting to her.
I don't think people realize sometimes how stressful this stage can be too. So it's very different from your local meets. Everything's held to the rules. We talked about things like the attempt clock. Looks like it wasn't there for Carrie today on strength, but you never know, we can come back on a 3rd attempt. We'll see what she's got there.
It's a good catch by our spotters and loaders there on platform 2. Give them a quick shout out. On platform 1, we've got the Ohio State Powerlifting Club. They're spotting and loading. And on number 2, we've got the boys from Minnesota. We see both of these groups at a lot of events.
Oh, yeah. These are some of the best spotters and loaders in the U.S. here.
I was watching Jessica squat there. 2 to 1, okay.
Kenya
1 call on depth. Janae Hester coming out at the same time as Yasmin Rodriguez. 175 on the bar for Janae, 155 for Yasmin. Janae with a great walkout. Gets her start.
Good second squat there for Janae. Judges give her 3 white lights.
And also a good lift for Yasmin. See the call.
These ladies are strong. It is really impressive to see how the numbers have progressed, even over the past 5 years. You know, I remember it used to be rare for women to be squatting over 400 pounds. Now it's casual. A lot of these women pushing up towards those numbers. You'll see it plenty of times throughout Primetime as well.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be getting pretty close to it a couple times here in this flight alone.
A smooth squat for Gabriella here. Let's see what the judges say.
And it does look like we're going to break that 400-pound mark on platform 1 in this flight.
We got a 3 for 3 on squats for Gabriella there.
It is cool that you mentioned that too, because I'm a larger guy. It still took me a long time to squat 400. We've got young women doing it right now. It's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, you know, team lifters got really into the 350 mark. I don't know about you. In high school, we were quarter squatting.
Oh, absolutely. Quarter squatting for football practice.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
It was a good lift for Sam Terry. She was fired up after that one.
Yeah, it looks like we got potentially the wrong lifter here on platform 2. Let's see.
Well, a little bit of confusion going on platform 2. Looks like the order changed from what they were expecting. Erica decided to retake.
Let's see.
Erin Curran actually scratched her 3rd attempt on platform 2. So that looks like that caused a bit of confusion.
Looks like it wasn't quite there for Julia.
Erica stood that one up. That's a good sign. Didn't get it on depth. She missed it on strength on the 2nd attempt. Gets called for depth on the 3rd. Does get credit for her opener, though, at 145. So she is still in the running to post a total.
It's good to point out, too, there was a little confusion with the order of competition. And we do have technical controllers on the side trying to make sure that we have the right lifter out at the right time. But it is important as a lifter to pay attention to that as well. The order may change based off of jump attempts and if people stay the same for weights. So pay attention to where you are in the order.
Right, and the TC is there to help out, but ultimately it is still up to the coach and the lifter to make sure that you are prepared at the right time.
Let's see what the judges say for Lucy here.
Looks strong.
And it looks like Lucy did not get that. 2 red cards there for depth.
And we got 3 whites for Jamila for her 3rd attempt. She's going to get that credit for 152 and a half.
And now we have Samantha Ulysses coming up here for 167.5 kilos, right around 370 pounds. Amy Schmidt trying to go 3 for 3 on her squats. Ooh, nice strong squat for Samantha there. And she gets 3 white lights.
And very controlled with her walkout is Amy. Gets her start.
Ooh, that is a nice grind.
I think she's going to get that.
Let's see.
3 white lights, she does.
She is pumped too.
Not much emotion from Lauren on her second 170.
2 white lights there. Now this is an impressive squat right here. Danielle Lamarca coming in here, 187.5 kilos, right under 415 pounds. So we were talking about how that 400-pound threshold is going to get crossed probably a few times throughout these platforms.
This is a super impressive squat. This is well over 2 times her body weight.
Oh,
Lost her
so
balance on it.
close. The strength is there. She was standing up with it, so it looks like it was just a little loss of balance. But
I can
she
imagine
can come
she's
back
gonna
here and get it
retake.
on her third. Yeah. And we have Anna Kubik coming in here with 170 kilos.
And then Avis Adams for her third attempt, 110 kilos on the bar, 242 pounds.
Ooh, that looks like a smooth third for Anna, but let's see what the judges say. 3 white lights. I try not to prematurely call things from here. We got to let the refs make their calls as well.
Yeah, we got burned on that a few times yesterday's session.
Ooh, that was nice for Avis.
Big smile up at the top.
Really smooth third attempt. And she gets 2 white lights. Maya Morgan here coming up on platform 2.
Just up 5 kilos from her second, up to 170 kilos. Like I said, there's a lot of tight competition in here. We're looking at the last 6 or 7 lifters on platform 2. All of their third attempts are being within 7.5 kilos of each other. See the call on 2. Yeah, no lift for depth on that one.
It can be tough with certain style squats to really nail that depth. I find both of the extremes, whether it's really narrow or really wide, it can sometimes struggle with that there. Ashley Oviedo coming in here.
And then Ashlyn Dormany on platform 2. I think she's got a little bit of glitter on her face there. I spy that because I spent enough time in a gymnastics gym for powerlifting that you have to be able to spot that. What a battle there. I think she's going to get that one.
Oh, we got it. 2 white lights. That's all you need.
A yellow card called on her right side there. I'm not sure what that would be for. Of course, we're not in the chair, so our perspective is skewed.
It's not there for Ashley today, but she'll come back and get that in the future. Let's see, we have Sophia coming in here, 172.5 kilos, 380 pounds. That was a nice squat.
Celebrates up at the top, as she should.
Looks potentially either commands or her hands were coming off the bar a little bit with her fingers. These are small technicalities. And so we talked about the failure card paddles. I'll tell you guys how I remember it. Red card, usually the first part of the lift, so failure to get to depth. Blue would be either failure to stand up straight with the knees locked or up and down motion. And then yellow is all your, it could be missing commands, the foot movement, we lost the balance on one of our platforms. Those would be, or a straight failure would be a yellow card.
Yeah, I teach all of my newer referees in Indiana. On squat specifically, it's like red is depth, blue is a double bounce, down and up, or not locked. Yellow is everything else. Because then once you learn the infractions, if it's not one of those first 4 that I just listed, it's a yellow card. It makes your day a lot easier.
And then as a lifter, as a coach, you should know even if it's only one red light, find out why you got that light so that way you can correct it or it doesn't start to become a problem as your lifts get heavier.
Janae Hester out now for her third. Her second did move pretty slow, but it was still a solid attempt. 2.5 kilos seems like the smart play here. Just try and build that total like you like to talk about a lot.
Oh, yeah. So close.
I'd say that was the right decision then, too, because if 177.5 is not there, there's nothing in between that and 175.
Yep. And this is where you have to adjust, take what's there on the day. I think a lot of people would come in here and we hope to get all these magical PRs, but some days they'll be there. Others, the aim is to get as best as you can across the lifts.
Another attempt just not there for Renee. She is going to get credited with her second attempt at 142.5.
Now we have openers here on Flight B, Platform 2. Coming in with Jessie Peterson, opening right under 300 pounds. That was a smooth opener for Jessie. Judges give her 3 white lights. We are moving into a different weight class here on Platform 2 as well. We're now in the 82.5 kilo open class. Still in the 75 kilo class here on Platform 1. Finishing up there, halfway through third attempts.
Rachel took a sizable jump, 10 kilos for her third. Oh, just not there. Very forward-leaning squat.
Yep.
Camille Bean looked like she had a pretty easy opener. And then Kenya Carter out for her third attempt, 160 kilos, 352 pounds on the bar. I don't know about you. I was saying this yesterday. I don't like to round up.
No, I mean, it depends, right? It's the 0.7 would round you up.
Yeah,
if it's 0.4, you round down, right? Remember good old math rounding.
Yeah, I don't know if it doesn't cross over that threshold for me. I don't want to give it to him.
Let's see what Kenya gets here on her third attempt.
That was a great squat.
That was. And the judges give her 3 white lights. They also thought it was a great attempt. And then Denise also got 3 white lights there for her attempt.
Now it'll be Maureen Wynn opening up on Platform 2, 155 kilos on the bar, as Yasmin Rodriguez comes out taking her third at 162.5. Again,
such impressive numbers. And remember, they're teens, so we're looking at the 18 to 19 age group here. And we have Maureen on Platform 2 opening up with 155 kilos, or 341 pounds. 3 white lights for Maureen.
She's just kind of laughing over the top. It must have been really easy for her.
Just wasn't quite there depth-wise for Yasmin. It's okay. You know, my philosophy is when one lift doesn't go well, it's because another lift is destined to go well that day. So we'll see how she does on bench and deadlifts today.
Erica Johansson. I've seen her lift a few times. She's in the Midwest. I think she's either out of Wisconsin or Minnesota. Very intense lifter.
I love that animated intensity, too, on the platform. Very fun to watch.
Looked like an easy opener for her. Julia Wells retaking her second attempt at 165. So she's looking confused. I think the spotters might have grabbed it just a touch early, but erring on the side of caution there.
Yeah.
We'll see if the judges agree with that and decide to give her a relift. It does look like her coach is going to go to the jury.
Yep. Her coach is out of Maine, so they're in the Northeast. Smooth opener for Brianna. She knows it too. The judges give her 3 white lights.
Keep my eyes peeled on LiftingCast here, see if the jury decides to grant a relift.
And then Lucy here coming in for her third. Went up a little bit from the second that she missed. Oh, and that was bold. Let's see what the judges say. That looked good.
Must not have been too worried about that miss on the second.
We got 3 white lights for Lucy. Nice work coming back from that. She still went up and she got it on her third. Always a little bit of a gamble there too, so.
As Belinda absolutely dunked her opening attempt at 157.5 on 2. Isabella Reed coming out, take the same number on 2. And then we got Sam Terry took a mighty jump from 160 up to 175. 385 pounds on the bar. Isabella's opener moved all right. I am interested to see the call.
Yeah, that's what looked like depth wasn't quite there, so she's just got to get a little lower, get that hip crease below the top of the knee. This is a nice big jump for Samantha here too, 15 kilos.
Just too big for the day.
A little too heavy, but that's okay. She'll come back, get that in the future, and maybe get a nice bench in for the day.
I'm not seeing any movement on LiftingCast for Julia Wells, so it doesn't appear that she's going to get a relift off of that.
And sometimes even if you do get a relift, it may not be worth it to take it. You know, if you're going to overexpend yourself taking a second, third attempt squat, you might as well just save it for a nice big deadlift later.
She did miss it on her second, came out to retake it, and then maybe got taken a bit early on her third.
Yeah. And then Samantha Ulysses here coming in 175 kilos or 385 pounds. Again, team lifter, so impressive here. So close, she fought for it. And then Janelle bringing in some good energy. Love the pink too. Really nice to see the styles that come out on the platform as well. The pink hair ties.
The whole fit just kind of goes.
Oh yeah. I like the good look good, feel good, play good. Yeah. And play good she did. 3 white lights there for her opener.
It was a little bit slower than you might expect some openers to be. I'm curious to see what her second attempt's going to be.
Sometimes it's the nerves too.
Lauren Acey's third, not quite
nice
there.
Try. I don't know about you. I feel like my second always moves a little bit better than the first. The first, the nerves are there. There's a lot going on. But once you get that first squat in.
Well, you've seen me lift in person now, so you know it's like my second always goes better than the first.
Oh, yeah.
Danielle back out to retake that massive 187.5. She stood it up on the second attempt, just lost her balance and had to take a step back.
Oh, yeah.
Fortunately, that doesn't count for the rules of powerlifting. You have to maintain your feet in the same position.
Ooh, Mika here with a nice, strong opener. And then I'm really hoping this goes well for Danielle. Oh, super smooth. She came back with a vengeance
grinning
on that one.
Want to see the
And
call.
she knows that she's got a nice smile on. 2 white lights.
Good.
Good for a successful attempt here. Well, now that we're done with flight 1 on platform A, we were talking about how good it was with the openers. Everyone got those. Third attempts were a little hit or miss.
Turned into a little bit of Christmas going on.
For those following along on LiftingCast. if you do like following along with the action outside of the live stream, you can go LiftingCast.com and then click in USAPL Raw Nationals Day 3.
We got 2 more openers on 1 and 2. We've got Catherine Everett on 1 at 82.5, and then we've got Brooke McCluskey, 172.5.
And Catherine is a Masters 4 lifter, so in her 70s, super impressive. We were talking about the young teen lifters. I love to see the older women as well. I aspire to be one day in terms of staying in the sport long term, so really inspiring to see just how many women are getting in and how long they stay in the sport too.
There were a couple of Master 5 lifters here yesterday.
I love it. They're so cute. And we have Brooke there, 3 white lights on her squat there, platform 2.
Getting close to that 400-pound barrier on platform 2, 180 kilos for Janelle Rogers for her opening attempt.
Ooh, I can hear the crowd from here. There is good energy coming in. Smooth opener here for Anne-Marie. And the judges give her 3 white lights. And these are openers, opening right under 400 pounds. Super impressive here for Janelle.
Well over 2 times body weight on her opener. Looked pretty darn easy from here.
Oh, yeah. And that's exactly how you want your opener to move. You want to give yourself space to take some nice jumps. And we have Kelly Swanson here opening up with 105 kilos or 230 pounds. That was a nice, smooth opener for Kelly there. Chloe Beasley opening up 400 pounds.
This name's familiar. I feel like I've seen her around a few times. Can't recall where.
Yeah.
I've been to so many of these meets that a lot of the names just kind of pop back to me.
Oh, yeah. And then we have a good lift for Chloe. Maria coming up here on platform 1. I believe I did spot Solana Lewis coaching in the corner, so nice to see her.
She lifted in the Primetime last night.
Yeah. And these can be long weeks for those who fulfill multiple roles like that. She was also doing the commentary for a few of the prime times. So really nice to see lifters giving back, finding out where their strengths are, and contributing to the sport.
Yeah, and these events do take a lot of volunteers. We already talked about the different spotting and loading crews. Well, they own the platform that they're at for the entire weekend. And this is a 10-session meet. So these guys are working a lot.
Did we just see a 425-pound opener?
Yeah,
this is
so
impressive. Yeah.
We just kind of glossed over that by starting with Simon.
Really strong opener there for her. We have Laura Robinson coming over here on platform 1, 110 kilos.
A little bit of a sticking point.
And one thing to even point out is just speed going into the hole. You'll see some people really take advantage of that quick stretch reflex of their quads, try to get that speed into the hole and bounce out. Others will go in with a little more control. In general, you want to go as fast as you can control.
So you're saying I don't want to just dive bomb everything?
Yeah, that's one of those moments. Hit or miss, a little more gambly, but you can get that nice bounce coming out too.
Jessie Peterson looking in control for her second attempt. That was a pretty sizable jump, 12.5 kilos up to 147.5.
I was thinking that too, and there's strategies with jumping too. So some people like to take small jumps, others bigger. No right or wrong way to do it. You got to find what works best for the lifter and what they feel comfortable with. But it can change up the attempt order. So we're going to notice people jumping different spots in the order based off of their jump attempts.
And sometimes there's some gamesmanship with trying to change up that attempt order, right? At a national championship, you're trying to beat everybody here. Like, you want them to make their attempt, but you also kind of want to make them a little bit uncomfortable. So if you can put in a larger jump, suddenly they move up 2 or 3 spots and they have a little bit less rest. That can be an advantage for you.
Oh, yeah. I'm personally a fan of opening small, but I take pretty big jumps. I find it comes a little bit less of a fatigue cost, so I can give more on things like deadlift. So you do want to factor in how your squats will impact your deadlift later on.
And the most important thing is to make attempts, right?
Yep.
Like, you're going to have the best total if you make all of your attempts.
100%.
That sounds pretty obvious to say, but some people do seem to forget that.
And then let's see how Alexis here does.
She missed her opening attempt.
That looked a lot smoother than I don't remember what she missed her first on.
Let's see if I can find that out.
But it looks like she successfully completed it here on her second attempt, getting 3 white lights.
She missed it 2-to-1 on depth.
So one of the nifty features on LiftingCast that you can take advantage of is if you click on the lifter's name, click on their attempts, you can find out what color card was attached to their red light, and at least try to figure out why they maybe got that red light.
You can actually see who it came from as well.
Yep. Isabella Reed here, 160 kilos on her second attempt.
She went up 2.5 kilos after missing her opener on depth.
Oh, looks like she got it there.
Yeah, it pays off.
Could have gone either way, but she successfully got it. She's on the board now.
How do you feel about that, moving up after a missed attempt?
Oof, it's a little bit of a gamble on an opener, right? If it's second to third, a little more understandable. I get nervous when it comes from first to second. Again, you just want to successfully get at least one attempt for each of the lifts. If you fail to successfully complete any of the lifts with any of the disciplines, then you're no longer eligible to place. You can still compete for fun and continue on in the competition, but you aren't eligible to get medals, things like that. So something to keep in mind there as well.
Denise moved her second attempt really well. I'm curious to see the call. Yep, 2-to-1, no lift on depth.
And then we got Tracy Cook here coming up on platform 1. Tracy is incredibly supportive in the powerlifting community. I saw her already coaching for a few days, and now she gets to perform for herself.
Yeah, she did look familiar. I thought I'd seen her around.
Oh yeah, she's been in the community a while. That was a strong squat there. She gets 3 white lights, and I believe she's coached by Sam Calhoun, aka Team Sam Strong.
Marine Wynn coming out, second attempt, 162.5. You know, I didn't think about this before, because I was watching the live stream yesterday, and it was all men. There weren't any men with really long hair blocking their front view.
Yeah.
So, like, I wonder if that has any advantage. Does that block out depth calls from the front?
For sure. So I actually noticed this on bench. It can distract from, so like where someone's foot position is, let's say their feet are touching the bench rack itself. It's kind of hard to see with the hair there. They used to make women fasten their hair on bench because we used to have a rule where you couldn't lift your head off of the bench and the hair could distract from that. Since that rule went away, now you're seeing women, rock the hair, but I have noticed some viewpoints obstructed by that. Take advantage of what you can, though.
Sounds like I'm going to have to start growing my hair out for the next 3 years to get it down there.
I'll look like Rapunzel in a few years.
While we're chatting, we've had a couple more good lifts. Heather Giambo with 132.5 on platform 1. Her opener was good. And Erica Johansson came out and took 165. The intense lifter from the Midwest got her second.
And then these ladies are going at the same time. We have Brianna coming in for her second attempt at 165 kilos.
And then Adrienne Bonaparte on platform 1.
Smooth squat there. Let's see what the judges say. 3 white lights for Brianna. Adrienne here opening up
smooth.
132.5 kilos. 3 white lights for her. And then Janelle bringing some good energy, rocking the pink. Gave us a nice little scream before going.
I do like the intensity.
Oh, yeah. Alex, do you scream before squats?
I kind of bark more than scream. It's weird. That's how it's been described to me.
Oh, yeah. I try to save it for the third attempts. That's when you get the full yell.
It's part of my process. I check my brace with my belt. I bend over, and when I feel the brace, I just bark for some reason. Don't really know why.
Oh, yeah.
Now we've got Suzette Bradley out on platform 1.
The power screen did work for Janelle. She was successful with her second attempt. Strong opener for Suzette at 300 pounds. The judges give her 2 white lights. Good enough to continue on.
Looks like she was coached by Max Aida. A big name in weightlifting. I've seen him around here the last couple of days, though.
Belinda coming in.
Belinda with a huge jump for her second, 15
Yeah,
kilos.
impressive jump.
Oh, and she smoked it.
She knows it's good, too. Nice big smile on her face. And then we have Leah Lutz coming in here on platform 1. She's also been coaching for a few days. Super impressive to see that, to coach for a few days and then come on, deliver your own performance. She's part of the barbell medicine team.
I think I saw the barbell medicine guys walking around this morning. Claire, I saw her walking by. We were in line getting our yogurt parfaits when she passed.
And that was a good squat for Leah, 3 white lights. I believe I see Jordan from Barbell Medicine in her corner. And then we have Mika Story coming in here with 175 kilos for her second attempt. Smooth squat for Mika. Let's see what the judges say.
3 whites there.
White lights. Everett, our Masters 2 lifter. Looks like it was not a good attempt for her. 2 red cards there with the red infraction card for depth.
Olivia's second attempt, 175. It's funny, if you were just looking at her face, you'd think that that looked really heavy, but it didn't look like it watching the bar speed. 3 white lights for her. Those are quick lights, too.
Yep. Anna Marie here coming in her second attempt at 110 kilos or 242 pounds. Nice second there.
And Brooke McCluskey coming out with her second,
Looks like
182.5. That's that 402 mark, I believe.
right.
That looked pretty good to me.
Well, consistent speed the whole time. 3 white lights there for Brooke. Kelly Swanson here coming in with her second attempt, 112.5 kilos, right under 250 pounds.
It was a good looking second attempt. I want to see the call.
Not there. Has to get a little bit lower, really get that hip crease below the top of the knee. But speed-wise, that moved well. So if they take it right around there, get a little deeper, she'll come back at that on the third.
Yeah, I wouldn't have any questions on her strength with it, just seeing that speed off of it. She just needs to go lower.
Sometimes it's really just confidence attacking the hole, too. Janelle Rogers here, 418 pounds.
She started smiling once she got out of the hole.
It's smooth. I struggle to do that smile.
I
One of those that smile. No, I look pretty intense, but
I think my
I always
face
appreciate those that smile.
Bright red the entirety of my lifts.
Marie here with 115 kilos on platform 1. Nice smooth descent, smooth ascent. And the judges give her 3 white lights.
Chloe Beasley now. 10 kilo jump for her second.
And a junior lifter too, so good to point that out. And she's under 23.
Trying to ride the momentum out of the hole.
Nope, not quite there, but you know what? That was one of those, the speedy squat we're talking about. Get that nice bounce. Those are the squats you can most likely come back from on a third if you just get that right bounce that you're looking for. So we'll see how it goes for her there.
It didn't look like she wasted a lot of energy trying to grind that out. She hit her sticking point, realized it wasn't going to be there, and let the spotters take her back in.
Maria here coming in 117.5 kilos. Smooth second attempt.
And then
That's what
now
the judges say.
crossing into the 200 kilo mark for the first time today.
3 white lights for Maria Starlin here. There's a nice push there.
Looks like she's got some grind in her. I'm curious to see what her third is going to be.
Talk about thresholds too. We're talking more women now squatting over 400 pounds. The other threshold is this 200 kilos, 440 pounds. Super impressive to see how much stronger people have gotten through the years. More people competing. Laura Robinson here, trying to take 117.5 kilos for her second attempt. Oh, she's stuck with that.
Looked like a good battle.
And she gets 3 white lights for that battle. Love the hair for Jessie Peterson here, coming in with her third attempt, 155 kilos. That was nice.
That looked like a really good third.
Yeah.
Not too much of a grind, maybe a little bit more in the tank there, but conserving the energy for later on in the day.
That's exactly what you want a third attempt to look like here. Like a little bit of a push, but not so much. Again, factoring in, you want to have a nice deadlift later on as well.
Right, and of course, we're also not in her corner, so maybe her second attempt, she felt one a little bit slow, so they took a more conservative approach for that third.
Yep.
Trying to build a total here at the National Championship.
And then
At a local meet, you might not have a whole lot of competition, but here, I'm pretty sure there's north of 25, 30 lifters in that 82.5 kilo women's open category.
Wow. Camille here still went up 5 kilos from her second and third attempt. Looked like not quite there today, but it's okay. Time to come back strong for bench and deadlift.
Meanwhile, Amelia Morrison's second attempt, 3 white lights for her.
You love the intensity here from Isabella.
Trying to get herself fired up. She got called for depth on her first attempt. On her second one, she got 1 red card. She moved it well. The coach is celebrating. I do want to see the call. 3 white lights. She cleaned it up even more.
Excellent. And then Tracy Cook coming in here, 135 kilos on her second attempt. Again, has been coaching 2 days, now delivering the performance for herself. Nice grind there.
Not sure how much is left in the tank after that one. I'd expect another 5 kilo jump from Tracy.
Yeah, but she's a fighter, and she's got Sam Calhoun in her corner. So I know Sam, she's a very intelligent coach, makes good attempt calls for her lifters. They all do well. So I know she'll adjust for the day.
Here's Denise out for her third and final squat, 165. She moved it well. I'm curious about the depth. Gets it 2-1.
Oh. And sometimes here, both Alex and myself are refs. We can guess, hey, it may go 2-1 either direction. We don't really know. We'll see what the judges say.
Yeah, I know. On my platform yesterday, it's like there were a handful of times where the 3 referees that are out there, it's like we didn't agree, and I mean, it's just how it goes. That's why there's 3 officials out there, majority rules.
And you can see different things from different angles as well. Lift was good there for Heather Guillambo.
Marine Wynn, 167.5 on her third. Just not there today. Didn't use up that much energy, though, for it, so.
Love the pink hair here for Brittany. Matches the singlet as well.
Here comes Erica Johansson getting fired up for her third attempt at 170 kilos.
And they both have very similar singlets. Slightly different shade, pink and red, but. Smooth squat for Brittany. Erica locks it out.
They both had great attempts there. And they both get 3 white lights.
Nice work, ladies. Adrian Bonaparte coming in here, 142.5 kilos, right around 315 pounds.
And then Alexis Whitted with her third at 170 kilos. She missed her opener, came out and got it on her second. Now she's taking a 10-kilo jump here.
Yeah, they both have nice, strong descents into the hole. Nice work. Alexis coming back from that missed opener, going 2 for 3 on squats. We also had a good lift for Adrian.
2 more second attempts in this second flight on platform 1. Suzette Bradley up now, 142.5 kilos. Just up 5 kilos, coached by Max Aida. And then Brianna taking her third attempt at 172.5 kilos, gets her start. No question on depth for me there. That looked like a fantastic call for a third attempt.
She had a little more in the tank, too.
Maybe a little bit more in the tank, but we don't know. Maybe squat isn't her strongest lift, and she's just trying to conserve her energy for the rest of the meet.
Smooth squat there for Suzette. Let's see what the judges say. And she gets 2 white lights. And then Janelle rocking in for the third attempt. I love her energy.
$175 on the bar for her third. Careful walkout. Oh, that was a great
really
grind.
Nice.
She gave a little raise of the eyebrows there when she wrecked it.
Yeah, 2 white lights. Good for a successful third attempt. Leah Lutz coming in here for her second attempt. Nice push from her.
Should be a good lift. I don't think she was jumping that rack, man. Nope, she wasn't. That's good.
3 white lights. Leah Lutz from Barbell Medicine.
Belinda Asair coming out for her third and final squat of the competition. 182.5 kilos, 402 pounds.
Yeah, and another nice, good jump. These are the kind of jumps I like to take. She took 15 from her first to her second, trying to go another 10 from her second to her third.
A lot of times people get a little wrapped up in what their openers are.
Nice.
As we see an incredible third attempt by Belinda.
That was really good.
Sometimes people get wrapped up in what their openers are. They want them too high, but they don't realize that if you make your third attempt, nobody really cares what you opened at.
And then Catherine, good, coming in here, 2 white lights. I have a motto. It's not about where you start, it's about where you finish, right? And so it's all about building the total. And I like to have a nice, almost like a lower opener, just to solidify it, get in there, not waste too much energy, set a strong note to start, and then build off of it.
Mika's story, so this barbell is going to stay above 400 pounds for the rest of the squats. We've got 6 more squats, including Mika. 182.5, 402 for her third and final attempt. She moved it really well. I think the depth is going to be close.
Yep. All
She's
right,
going to get the lift 2 to 1.
And that was one of those times we can speculate. It may go 2 to 1 either direction, so we're not going to prematurely call it until we see it here. And then let's see how this third squat went for Kelly. She got 3 white lights, and that was great. She came off of she missed her second attempt on depth. Came back, smoked it on her third. Nice work there for Kelly. Olivia coming in here with 185 kilos, right over 400 pounds.
Anne-Marie Smith looking fired up on platform
Nice.
1 as Olivia grinds out a good third attempt. She's going to get it 2 to 1. Good lift. Majority rules.
Anne-Marie here coming up on platform 1, going for right around 260 pounds or 117.5 kilos. Very methodical walkout.
That was a really good battle.
Yep.
We're going to see what the call is.
And it looks like
No lift, 2 to 1.
Notice now there was a blue infraction card attached to it. Alex, can you tell us a little bit about what that means?
So on squat, that's going to be one of three things, one of which is a little less common than the others. It's either your knees are not locked out at the start or finish of the lift, or what likely happened there for Anne-Marie was a little bit of up and down movement on the bar. The third one, which doesn't happen very often, is a double bounce out of the hole. You're not going to see that too often at a powerlifting meet.
And then it looks like it was 3 white lights for Brooke. Wow, we got a nice streak going here of 3 for 3s on squat. It looks like 6 women in a row on platform 2 have successfully made all their squats. Really exciting here.
Now we've got Chloe Beasley coming out for her third and final attempt. She's retaking her second that she missed at 192.5. Mary's third attempt looked pretty good. 2 to 1 good lift. Just kind of runs into that same sticking point from before. But that's okay. Chloe is going to get credited with her first attempt, the 182.5 kilo mark. So despite only going 1 for 3 on the day, she still squatted over 400 pounds.
Yeah, super impressive.
You're certainly not going to lose distance on the field when you're squatting over 400 in this category.
Oh, yeah.
Laura Robinson's third attempt, 120, just up 2.5 kilos. And it was probably the right call to just do that. Or the alternative could have been to have scratched that attempt, right? Save a little bit more energy, but hey, why not try and add 2.5 kilos to your total?
Oh, yeah, and then Chloe is bringing the hype in here, going after 195 kilos.
That is actually Janelle Rogers. It looks like our overlay's a little bit behind. So we've got Janelle up there. The weight's correct, 195, but Chloe missed her third attempt at 192.
Thanks for pointing that out, Janelle here. Oh, nice push there.
As the crowd roars.
Yes, let's see what the judges say. And she is hyped. It looks like she successfully got that.
3 white lights. I can barely see it over the shoulder of the spotters and loaders there.
And then we have Maria Doheny here coming in, platform 1. What did she do? Oh, yeah, let's see what the judges say.
And now we have a massive third and final attempt on platform 2. Starlyn Simon, this is going to be the last squat of the session. 205 kilos, 452 pounds.
Not quite there today, but that's okay.
She's not upset with it
for her
She's
second
smiling.
attempt there. It looks like we have a little difference in the lifter actually competing versus the overlay at the bottom, so we'll make sure that we're saying the right names here for you along the way. And then we have Amelia Morrison coming in here with 137.5 kilos, so trying to get the 300-pound squat here. Oh, nice push it. Oh, so close, so close. Sometimes it's just that sticking point right there. If you can will yourself through it, the rest isn't too bad, but that's the hardest point.
Over on platform 2, you'll see that pit crew going to work on the rack right there. They're changing it from the squat setup to the bench setup. Once they've got that completed, platform 2 is going to have a 10-minute break before they start bench press. That's enough time so that way the lifters in the second session, or excuse me, the second flight, can start to get a break and get warmed up for their bench.
And then we have Miss Tracy Cook here coming in, trying to go after a 300-pound squat. She's got Gino supporting her too. It's our first Gino sighting on one of these platforms. Let's go, Tracy. You got this.
Gino's been in the sport probably as long as I've been alive.
Yes, Tracy. Oh, so close, so close.
That's such a...
she still has a smile on her face, though. Gino still gets a high five for that one, too. Brittany Luce coming in here with 145 kilos, 319 pounds.
At some point today, I'm going to have to, on the loose joke, my way in here. It's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
We had a lifter yesterday whose name was Zane Hefty, and I kept making, Zane's making some hefty jumps.
Oh, that's good, that's good.
145 kilograms on the bar, 319 pounds for our Master 1 lifter.
quite there today for Brittany, but that's okay. She'll be credited for her first 2 attempts.
Spiders are going to take the bar up to 147.5 kilos for Heather, her 3rd and final attempt. 325 pounds.
Smooth walk out there for Heather. And 2 white lights. Good lift for Heather.
We're just about ready to wrap up the squat session for this second flight. We've got 3 lifters remaining. Coming up next at the same weight of 147.5 kilos, Suzette Brandley, coached by Max Ieda. Taking her time with the setup.
Nice squat there for Suzette. Let's see what the judges say. I was worried it could go 2-to-1 either way. Looks like it was not quite there for depth. One thing to remember too, for those tuning into the live stream, you can see things better from certain angles. So we can kind of speculate which way it's going to go, but the platform refs have different angles that allow them to see things like that better than maybe the front angle here.
Perspective is key when it comes to judging attempts.
Yeah, but then we have Leah Lutz coming in here, 330 pounds, 150 kilos.
And this is where the bar is going to stay for the flight. Leah and our last lifter have the same attempt for their 3rd.
Oh yeah, that moved even better than her second. She had a little bit more in the tank, but great 3rd attempt. Leah Lutz there from Barbell Medicine.
Now we've got our final squat of the session for platforms 1 and 2. Can't tell if 3 and 4 are still going.
I think they actually got a nice little break. And the last one here, Adrienne Bonaparte, also trying to take 330 pounds or 150 kilos for a ride.
Still a pretty aggressive jump, 7.5 kilos up to her 3rd.
These are some nice, smart jump attempts. 10 kilos from her 1st to 2nd, 7 from her 2nd to 3rd. Let's see how it works out for her. Oh, super smooth.
Yeah, that was a fantastic 3rd attempt.
Also had a little more in the tank, so really nice attempt selection there for Adrienne. It looks like we made it through all of our squats here on platform 1 and 2. We'll be taking a small break for you.
Yep. And we'll be back in just about 5 minutes for when bench press starts up on platform 2. See you in a minute.
And we're coming back in, ready here for opening benches on platform 2. Starting off with Erin Curran, will be opening up 65 kilos.
All right, now the 10-minute break is officially over. Yep, here comes Erin for her opener.
Nice self-unrack there. So you see some lifters elect to lift it off for themselves, but there is also a platform spotter that you can instruct to give you a handoff as well. I believe it's Tyler here giving the handoffs. Gives beautiful handoffs. I've had it several times. I actually have some good luck, you know, superstitious things. I've always had PR attempts.
You were wrong. It's not Tyler.
They switched it up.
You just wanted to give Tyler the shout out.
I know. Tyler does. He's one of the coaches for me here with Collaborative Strength, so I had to give him a little bit of a shout out here. I won't pick favorites, though, I promise. Maybe just a little bit.
But it's me, so it's okay. All right, we've got Ashlyn Dormini taking her opener, 67.5 kilos.
Nice smooth opener there.
Pretty smooth, yeah. No depth to worry about on bench press.
No, but bench is the trickiest when it comes to commands. We do have 3 commands, and so once the lifter brings it out, they're waiting for the side refs to put down their hands, and then the head ref is going to give the start command. Once that bar is motionless on their chest, they're going to get the press command, lock it out, hold it there a second before the ref gives the rack command. And so this one, you may see some jumped commands, things like that as a potential too.
I think so far commands have been pretty good this competition. The 2 platforms that I've done, I've only seen one person jump commands.
Yep. Smooth opening attempt there.
2-to-1 good lift, 1 yellow card from the front. Not entirely sure what that one was for. Could have been the chief referee felt they jumped their command.
Yep. I think I had maybe 1 or 2 missed commands on the platform that I was on reffing the other day. Have Erica here, electing to take the handoff.
80 kilos on an opener.
And she has a slightly narrower grip width. You can see pinky inside the ring there. So the max grip width you can go, if you can see here through the lights, there is a ring on each side. That ring measures 81 centimeters across from ring to ring. If you're going to go the max grip width, the entirety of your forefinger needs to be covering that ring, or you can pull anywhere in between those rings.
And you have had 1 lifter so far who set up with her grip outside of it. She put her finger on the ring and then twisted her hand to go outside of it. So that is one where that would be an infraction.
Yeah. In those situations, too, we'll see what the judges say here. Looks like 3 white lights for Gabriella. Nope, 2 white lights there. But in those situations, so if the referees notice that the ring is not covered, the side referees won't put down their hand, and the head referee will give a replace command, tell the lifter why they're not getting the start command, and then the lifter still has the entirety of their minute to try to correct that so that they can get the start. We have Janae coming in here.
Does look like we have a little bit of a technical difficulty going on right now with our overlays not appearing. But we do still have LiftingCast up, so we're going to be able to stay up to date with the weight on the bar and the lifter. Now up on platform 2 is going to be Sophia with 82.5 kilos for her opener. I believe that's 181 pounds.
I know we say we don't choose favorites, but I may like Sophia because we share a name. I also like the red, white, and blue that she has going on here. I
like your coach with the Team Big Papa shirt.
Ooh, I did not notice that. Ooh, beautiful bench right there. Really nice opener. And if you just give her 3 white lights, they also thought it was a nice bench.
Carrie coming out now, 85 kilos going on the barbell.
we have Carrie Zhao here coming in.
Self handoff looked like a pretty easy opener. Judges agree, 3 white lights for Carrie.
You'll see a lot of different handoff strategies. So some will elect to use the handoff spotter. Others will self-handoff. The other difference is you'll see some people start with their butt in the air and then lower it down. Some people start with it on the bench. It's really just about what the lifter feels they need to get themselves in the best arch possible. The arch helps decrease the range of motion, gives you a little more support from your back to help you support those heavier benches.
Weight on the bar stays the same for Anna Kubik, 85 kilos. Handled by Alex Luckow.
Nice smooth opener there. One of the fun things I found out is that so while there is a designated person to give handoffs, you technically don't have to use that person. You can use any of the platform spotters and loaders to give you a handoff. Or you can wave them off, just like that.
Weight on the bar is now up to 90 kilos for the opening attempt of Jamila Owens.
So it's right under 200 pounds. Talk about impressive numbers, too. We talked about that 400-pound threshold for squats. You're going to see a lot of 200-pound female benchers. Even more, you're going to see past the 225-pound mark, the 2 plates at the gym. So very exciting to see some big benches here.
Ashley Oviedo coming out for her opening attempt on platform number 1, 62.5 kilos. Very solid arch. Makes contact with the bench, gets her start.
Smooth there. And Ashley will be credited with 3 white lights for that lift.
Bar on platform 2 going up to 102.5 kilos. So there's what we're talking about. There's that 2 plate, the 225 mark for Amy Schmidt. Jamila Owens, the previous lifter, did get 3 white lights for her 90 kilo press.
Nice self handoff there. Oh, smooth there. And then one of the things, especially from this angle, that you can appreciate with some of those bigger benches is the way that they're able to pull their chest up to the bar as the bar is coming down, and that gives them that little extra oomph and make sure they don't collapse on their chest, which can just make it harder for you to lock out those heavier benches.
And contrary to the belief that a lot of people might have, bench is a rather technically difficult lift.
I honestly think it's the most technical of the big 3. There's a lot going on, and the focusing on that technique will reward your bench. So that's really a way that you can add on some significant kilos to your bench. I'd say this is really what helps women build the total. Talk about Jen Thompson. She's been building her total with her 300-pound bench for a while. So if you can be a big bencher, it definitely helps out on the female spectrum here. And we also talked about how the hair can definitely hide things on bench. So we have platform 1 here, hair down. Can make it a little trickier to see things. And it looks like she's using blocks, so you can elevate your feet up. You do need to have your foot fully flat on the floor, but if it's difficult for you to do that, maybe leg length, things like that, you can use the blocks. So on platform 1 in the lower left corner there, you can see 2 different size blocks. You just have to indicate what block you need, and then you can have the spotters hold those blocks so that they don't slide on the platform. We've got Avis here coming in with 67.5 kilos or 148 pounds. We got our overlays back. Smooth second attempt for Ashlyn there. Let's see what the judges say. We have 3 white lights for Ashlyn, and it looks like 3 white lights for Avis as well. Ashley Klein coming up on platform 2, or platform 1. Maya Morgan here on platform 2 with 72.5 kilos. second attempt there from Maya.
So far, nothing but just solid attempts.
Yeah. I will say this is the one that can get diciest the fastest on bench, particularly female benches. So in general, third attempt benches tend to be the most statistically missed lift. It's just less room for error. Also, the smallest jump attempt that you can take from one attempt to the next is 2.5 kilos, right over 5 pounds, which doesn't seem like a lot, but on bench press, it can feel like a lot. So you can go from flying to feeling like a ton of bricks real quick. Erica Varner here with 85 kilos for her second attempt, 187 pounds. Ooh, nice smooth bench there. Still has a little bit more in the tank for a nice smooth third.
Could probably see another 5 kilos out of Erica, but like you were saying, bench is one where since it can get dicey so fast, 2.5 kilos might be your limit on that. We'll be here to see.
So learning how to grind out these heavier benches is also a skill in itself. You see women tend to miss more on the chest, men a little bit more on the lockout, but we'll see here who can grind out some nice benches. Janae with a nice 187-pound bench. She gets 3 white lights for that. Gabriella here coming in 192 pounds, 87.5 kilos on platform 2. And then Rachel coming out here for 77.5 kilos or 170 pounds on platform 1. And we're talking about the age cohorts too. Teen lifter lifting 170 pounds. Really impressive.
Over her body weight.
Yep.
Body weight bench is a pretty big deal for a lot of people.
Oh yeah. It's the first big milestone to accomplish in the bench world. Nice smooth second attempt there for Gabriella and Rachel. Let's see how they do. We got 3 white lights on both of those platforms.
Not to jinx it again, even though I'm sure I am. Got a little perfect streak going again to start off this flight.
Yeah. We do have to be careful of the commentator's curse, so we'll try not to necessarily shout anyone out until they fully finish the day or finish their attempts, but know that we're here to support them. We have Sophia and Julia here going. We got simultaneous here. Both of those attempts looked good. Let's see what the judges say. And we have 3 white lights for Sophia, and then it looked like 2 white lights for Julia with a yellow infraction card thrown from the head ref. Didn't really quite see what that was for, but again, different angles, you can see different things there. So it looks like it was one of the technical infractions, maybe something like the heels or rings.
Yep, that is that catch-all card.
Yep. So in terms of infraction cards, when it comes to the bench, red card, so in the same way that in the squats, failure to get the depth, red card on bench would be failure to get to the chest. You don't tend to see that too much in the raw world. I told you guys at the beginning, I'm an equipped lifter. You'll tend to see red cards thrown more on the equipped side of things. Blue card would be anything like the elbows not being completely locked out at the beginning or end of the lift, or any downward movement of the whole bar in the course of the bar being pressed out. So a crooked bar, okay. Up and down, not okay. And then yellow, like you said, is the catch-all. That could be anything from foot movement, the butt lifting off of the bench, rings not being covered, things like that.
Carrie coming out for her second attempt at 92.5 kilos, as we've got Danielle setting up for 85 kilos as her opener.
Nice strong bench from Carrie.
Something cool to see is those two ladies are competing
nice
head-to-head
bench
against each other, but they're on separate platforms. And why is that? It's just because of how many women have signed up for this competition. We can't fit them all into one flight.
And it's tricky as a coach in that situation to be, because, you know, it's pretty easy to at least look at the people on your platform, but you have to have 2 simultaneous lifting casts up the same way that we do here to see how everyone's doing and how the results are shaking out. Also remembering that there will be some 75 kilo lifters in the prime time tonight. So your goal in these flights are to get the highest possible total you can, and then you're going to find out how you actually place at the end of the evening.
Yeah, I was talking about that a bit yesterday. A lot of the goals for these lifters is just to set a total that the primetime lifters have to chase down. Just because you don't make the primetime session doesn't mean you can't podium.
I saw a few people sneak in from the earlier sessions into top 5 placing because, you know, again, a few missed attempts, and that can take 20, 25 kilos away from your total. And you know, at the end of the day, it is who builds the biggest total.
Yeah, a common thing that I've heard is it's not necessarily the strongest person that wins a powerlifting meet, but it's the best powerlifter on the day.
100%. And even, I mean, you know, this is where you can really appreciate the impact of good coaching, right? The lifter showing up, making their attempts, ready to go. Also, the coach taking care to make sure they get the best attempts possible. And then especially at the end when you can do some deadlift changes, knowing how to make those calculations. And this is my favorite part of lifting. It's the game, you know, forcing people to make certain jumps. And essentially it's like poker, right?
Yeah, you got to play the game.
Yeah, you got to play the game. And people don't know what cards you have until you lay them all out at the very end. Ooh, nice smooth second attempt there for Amy. 107.5 kilos, so we're past that 100 kilo threshold there. Right around 240 pounds. Jessica DiGiovanni coming in here, same weight. So 237 pounds. So impressive, over that 2-plate mark. Smooth opening attempt here for Lucy with 198 pounds. Let's see what the judges say.
2 plates is one of those big milestones for a lot of people.
Men included.
Yeah.
These girls are out benching the boys.
Yeah. I remember the first time I benched 2 plates.
No. Yeah, you're not going to see people doing this at Planet Fitness necessarily.
No.
Sorry, no knocks on Planet Fitness. Fantastic place to train.
We can just blanket statement Globo gyms.
Yeah.
All right, so with Jessica hitting her opener, the streak continues. 24 for 24 to start for Flight A on Platform 2.
Lauren Acey just smoked 198 pounds, 90 kilos for her opener. And now we're up to second attempts on Platform 1 here. Going in for third attempts on Platform 2. And that was a nice grind for Erin.
Make it 25 in a row. I already get the feeling I'm going to be the jinx of this session. It's going to happen eventually, and when it does, I'm going to have to bring up the open powerlifting study.
There's a study on this?
Oh, there was. I brought it up last night. It's one of my favorite things to acknowledge, but I'm going to wait first. I'm not going to jinx it.
Okay.
Even though I have been this entire time.
Oh, nice try there, Ashlyn. And we were talking about that threshold for bench. That second attempt looks smooth, and then another 2.5 kilos. It is tough.
All right, so you ready for the study then?
Oh, let's hear it. Let's hear it. I love science. I love studies.
So this was 2 or 3 years ago, open powerlifting, right? So the organization that everybody goes to check their rankings, right, all time, they ran a study. They looked at every single attempt for every single lift, and they determined the percentages of make versus miss on all of them. 8 out of 9 attempts, you're more likely to make. The one that you are most likely to miss is your third attempt bench. Statistically speaking, all time, 51% of bench presses on their third attempts are fails.
Wow.
And
impressive statistic.
It's crazy to think about it. So when you see a lifter go 3 for 3 on bench, like, that's a huge thing. They're gaining ground on the competition by doing that.
100%. Erica Varner here, trying to finish up with 87.5 kilos or 192 pounds. And then we have Avis here on Platform 1 going for 70 kilos or 155 pounds. I rounded up there, Alex. I'm sorry.
It's all right. You got it when I was doing water, so I didn't even realize.
Ooh, nice punch up there from Erica. Let's see what the judges say. She gets 3 white lights.
And that was a good attempt selection from her. Just 2.5 kilos, just taking the minimum increase.
Smooth second attempt here for Avis at 70 kilos.
I expect another 2.5 out of her.
And we mentioned before, people can use foot blocks for their feet, so we see them getting down on the ground now for Renee. And then Janae Hester here. Ooh, nice grind. Beautiful. Solid third attempt. Let's see what the judges say. And she gets 3 white lights. Renee coming in here, platform 1, 72.5 kilos, team lifter, and looks like she's going to try to go for that body weight bench. Yeah, on the third attempt, not quite sure what she weighed in at. A little hard with a touch to the chest there, so saw a small bobble, but looks like maybe good. 3 white lights, and that's where, as a ref, it's so tough to even give these press calls, right? You really have to wait for the bar to be completely motionless on their chest. The faster you can get that bar motionless on your chest, the faster of a press command you're going to get.
Yeah, you get a reward for having that softer touch if you can really control it.
Yep. And then we have Anna Kubek here trying to go for the coveted 200 pounds. So you're going to see people chasing after these big milestones as well. We talked about the 400-pound squat, the 200-pound bench here. And then Ashley Klein trying to go for the body weight bench here, 75 kilos on platform 1.
Fantastic looking second attempt for Ashley. Nice. Anna's going to grind that out. I think she's going to get that lift.
Oh, yeah, that was great. Good for 2 white lights. I was like, grinding a bench is a skill. It's learning how to stay patient, push through it.
I do want to take a quick moment here to thank everybody listening at home. Regardless of what you're doing, whether you're watching at work, you're lifting in your garage gym, you know, just enjoying this stream for Raw Nationals Day 3. We got platform 1 and 2 going, women's 75 kilo and 82.5 kilo categories. Thank you all for joining us. Without you guys, this sport would not be what it is. This event would not be what it is.
Give us some comments too. I believe they can leave a few comments for us on YouTube.
Yes, they can, although I'm not sure where those are. I don't think we have access to those right now, which is probably for the best. We'll get distracted.
Oh, so close. Sophia, that was an impressive jump. 7 kilos. So we talked about how 2.5 can get dicey. Sometimes it can be a gamble, but if you can take those bigger jumps, it can help to not waste energy with openers, things like that.
Yeah, bench press is just a tricky one for me. My mindset has always been squat what I know I can, bench because they make me, and then deadlift whatever I have to.
What's your favorite of the big 3?
Squat. It's not even close. I don't know why. I know it's like the masochist one, right? Like that's the one that you like. But yeah, it's absolutely my favorite.
I'm definitely more of a push-pull. It's a tie between bench deadlift, which everyone's going better in training, but they each have their own elements. I've started doing bench nationals more recently and can really appreciate, again, those technical nuances of the bench, being able to stay nice and tight on that chest position at the bottom to give yourself that position you're looking for to grind out those heavier benches.
As Jamila misses her third attempt at 97.5 kilos, just not there for her on the day, but hey, 2.5 kilo jump. What else are you going to do?
Yep. And then
Carrie Zhao with an aggressive jump, 7.5 kilos.
Nice. We were talking about those big jumps. And it looks like she took 7 from her first to her second as well. Did well with that. But she's going for the 220 mark here. And then we have Rachel on platform 1 going for 181 pounds or 82.5 kilos. Unracking together. Rachel got her second attempt. It looks like it was a little too heavy on the day for Carrie on that third. And then we have our last bench of flight 1 here on platform 2. Amy Schmidt coming in with 110 kilos. Guys, this is 242 pounds. Really impressive third attempt bench here. And then you'll also notice some women wear wrist straps, others don't. That's personal preference. Wrist straps can give you a little bit more wrist support, but also depends on what position you like having your wrist in. Some people like more of that straight wrist. Others you'll see will purposely try to get into more of that shoulder internal rotation bent wrist.
Julia Wells taking her second attempt at 82.5 kilos. Gets her start.
A little too much for Julia in that second. Maybe she'll come back in on the third.
Just not enough speed off the chest there for her.
Oof, beautiful third attempt for Amy. Let's see what the judges say.
Probably had another 2.5 keys in her.
3 white lights. Definitely had another 2.5 kilos on it, but I think that was a really smart play. Like you said, 50% of benches on made attempts, so she's one of those 50%. And now we're on to openers of flight 2 here on platform 2.
The ever-intense Erica Johansson coming out for her opener. And then we've got my fellow Hoosier, Sam Terry, on platform 1, 92.5 kilos on her second attempt.
Coached by Yuli here. Oh, little
Soft
hover
touch.
there. Yep. Nice push.
I was talking about that with D earlier. The red card on bench is a pretty
Samantha gets
rare
2
one,
white lights.
right? So we're talking about the color cards for a lot of things. Red, not very common on bench. It's either you didn't touch your chest or you touched your belt.
Yep.
How many times have you called that in your reffing history?
It's very few, honestly, that I've
called it
thrown a red
once.
card. Yeah, I want to say definitely under 5. But I mean, as an equipped lifter, I do tend to like ref the equipped flights. So I would say I've thrown it more there. I did have actually one on my platform the other day. Just wasn't there, and it's tough to even give the press command. It has to be motionless on the chest, so they're just kind of hover, and you can see this little crack of light through the bar.
Doing a little Spoto press?
Yeah, and at a certain point you can let them hover there, just give them press command, throw the red card, or they're just going to get kind of stuck to their chest. You still have to give the command, though. I think that's the toughest part. When people are failing, I technically still have to give the command, so I can't say take it. I have to still say rack. So things to keep in mind there.
Alexis Whitted came out and absolutely crushed her opener attempt at 77.5 kilos. While we were chatting about that, Jessie Peterson also came out and hit her opener at 75. Now we're going to have Starlin Simon on platform 2 at 85 kilos.
Smooth second attempt here for Lucy on platform 1, 95 kilos, right over 200 pounds. So we got 209 there. Coming in for Kenya now.
And then we also did miss Danielle Lamarca hitting her opening attempt at 92.5 kilos. Are they going to lift at the same time?
Yep. Gotta love when that happens. Ooh, it's
Oh.
synced. Oh,
That was pretty
a
good.
little more punchy from Brianna. But to be fair, that's her opener. Kenny here
should
on the
be.
second attempt. Love the sync up there. Ooh, it looks like we got a blue card thrown on that on the first attempt from Brianna. What do you think that blue card was for?
No, if I had to guess and put myself in the ref's position, I didn't see any up and down. So to me, that seems like an elbow's not locked at the start or completion of the lift. Very likely the start of the lift.
Yep.
So since we've got the 3 officials, 2 of the 3 have to agree that the lifter is in the correct starting position in order for the lifter to get the start command. It doesn't have to be the chief referee. This actually happened on my platform yesterday. My 2 side officials believed that the lifter was set. I thought their elbows were unlocked. They lowered their arms. By rule, I have to give the start command, go through the rest of the lift, give the press, give the rack, and then I have to red light the infraction accordingly. So that would be my guess as to what that was.
Let's say only one of the refs put down their hand. Then what happens?
Then you wait just a few moments, about a soft 3, 4, 5 second count. You ask the lifter to replace, and then you walk up to the lifter, say, hey, here's what's going on. Here's why you're not getting a start command. I need you to correct this for you to get that start. Then I personally like to go, you've got time, and I look up and go 30 seconds left, let them get reset, just try and calm them down, because, I mean, this can be a nerve-wracking environment.
100%. And it looks like it was a good lift for Isabella on her opener there at 90 kilos, 198 pounds. And then we have Ashley Oviedo here. Really nice arch. Oh, these teen lifters, they can get the nice arches, still very flexible.
Even when I was a teenager, I wasn't that flexible.
Ooh, nice third attempt there. 67.5 kilos for Ashley.
Camille Bean's opener at 90 kilos. Moving like an opener should on bench. Yasmin Rodriguez out for her third and final bench attempt. 70 kilos, 2.5 kilo jump from her second.
Again, teen lifters showing us how it's done here. Yes, grind that out, Yasmin. Oh, so close. We started to see that downward movement. So spotters ended up taking it there.
I'd say that was a good take by them.
100%. If there's, and again, we want to prioritize safety. So if there's ever a situation where you feel like the spotters maybe took the bar early, you can go to the jury table and ask for a relift. And it's tough in those situations. It can take a lot out of you to take the relift, but again, safety first. If they felt like it was going down at all, I'd rather them keep you safe and give you a relift. But again, it can be tough as a lifter in that situation to have to take another attempt.
Yeah, and safety first is the biggest thing. That's why we have those procedures in place in our rule book to give those relifts, right? We always want to err on the side of caution, err on the side of safety. So I've had several instances where the spotting and loading crew take the attempt a little bit early, but it's okay because we do have that procedure to give that lifter another
100%.
attempt.
And then it looked like Chloe Beasley actually had the wrong rack height set up. So let's talk about actually the clocks. We get a minute clock, and it looks like her rack height was originally set at 10. And if we look up at the board, that's what her height is written at, but she had them change it to 6. Does she get a new clock or not during that time?
She only gets the new clock if the platform crew made the mistake. If she walks out and says, hey, this rack height's actually too high, and she entered it in that way, well, then no, she's not going to get a new clock. It's going to be on her time that they make that adjustment. Now, luckily for her, she's got the Minnesota boys, so it's probably not going to impact her too much, but it could have an outcome change in the lift.
100%. And then Avis had a smooth third attempt here at 75 kilos, so a nice body weight bench there to finish off her third. And then we have Chloe Beasley here opening up with 200 pounds.
Got something going on platform 2. Lifter was attempting to do their wrist wraps on the platform, it seems.
Yes. Let's talk about the only thing you can fix on the platform.
Wait, no, that's not what's going on. Chloe Beasley already took her attempt. LiftingCast is behind. Chloe got a good attempt. So this should be Brooke McCluskey coming up.
Gotcha.
So now the TC and the chief referee are going to do their best to expedite this process and get the meet going again.
100%. Then we have Samantha Ulysses coming up here, trying to take 82.5 kilos or 181 pounds for her third attempt. Impressive numbers to see these teen lifters. Looks like she's a teen 3, so in that 18 to 19 age group. Nice third bench there. Like they're still sorting out the correct lifter on platform 2, but on platform 1 here we have Julia Wells trying to take another ride with 82.5 kilos. So she missed this on her second, trying to come back. Let's see how this looks on her third. Yes, ooh!
Yeah, better job.
That was a nice job. She's holding it for that rack command. Let's see what the judges say. And she gets 3 white lights. Really nice job coming back from that. I think that can be tricky too. I forgot what she missed her second attempt on.
It just on the strength. She didn't get that drive off the chest.
Yeah, but you know what? Bench is so technical. You can come back from those sometimes and get it on your third. So nice work there.
All right, platform 2's up and running again. Brooke McCluskey out 95 kilos on her opener.
And then Rachel still went up another 2 kilos from her second to her third. We'll see how that works for her. Smooth opener for Brooke, 3 white lights.
Rachel still went up 2.5 kilos from her second to her third despite missing.
Always a little gamble, but payoff can be nice and big too.
Yeah. Not quite going to pay off there.
It looked like she had a little heave too coming off the chest, so that's okay. She'll come back. And when one lift doesn't go well, it's because another lift is destined to go well. So sometimes the frustration from not having the bench day you want, that's exactly what you need to catalyst a nice deadlift PR.
Meanwhile, Janelle
Ooh, making it
absolutely
work.
killed that 100-kilo opener.
Look at this. We have 5 women opening up with 100 kilos here on this flight 2, platform 2. Mika Story here. And then we have Rachel Arenau taking 87.5 kilos for her 3rd attempt bench.
And then Mika Story coming out, got 100 kilos on her bar for her opener.
Oh yeah, it looks like she slowed down a little bit to the chest. That's tough. It just takes a little more muscle control. And she didn't really have it for the lockout. That's okay. But Mika Story smoked her opener here at 100 kilos on platform 2. And then we have Samantha Terry, coached by Yuli here, trying to take 95 kilos for her 3rd attempt bench. This is right around 209 pounds. Maureen Wynn on platform 2, opening with 100 kilos, smooth descent. Nice push up.
She got a little bit of a longer pause there for that press command just because the bar wasn't perfectly motionless on her chest.
Not quite there for Samantha today, but that's okay. She'll be credited for 200 pounds from her 2nd lift.
Oh, Janelle Rogers with a more interesting setup. Coming from behind the rack.
There, see, everyone has their own way of getting into their arches. Whew, a lot of flexibility there.
I think my shoulder just popped looking at that.
Definitely can help, though. If you can build a nice arch, shorten that range of motion. I saw that actually on my platform day 1. Look at this, really trying to hack that arch there. Nice bench there for Janelle's opener, 102.5 kilos. And then looks like the strength wasn't quite there for Lucy today on that 3rd attempt, but that's okay. She'll be credited for her first 2 lifts.
And this is what we were talking about a little bit with that 3rd bench study.
Yeah. And then we have Danielle Lamarca here coming in here for her 3rd attempt bench, 97.5 kilos, a nice 5-kilo jump from her 2nd to her 3rd. Let's see how that went for her. It looks like she gets 3 white lights. Nice work there, Danielle.
It was a fun one. We could actually hear her yell yes from where we're at in the media department.
And then Belinda with a smooth opener, 110 kilos, 242 pounds.
That was an opener?
Yeah, right? So impressive. She was still working up from there, too.
All right, so that's going to bring us back around to the top of the flight for round 2 bench, platform 2. Erica Johansson, the ever intense.
And then Kenya Carter here, going after 100 kilos on her 3rd attempt.
A little bit wobbly on the chest, still drives it up.
Yeah. Oh, nice try, Kenya. Next time.
Took a 5-kilo jump to try and get that 100-kilo mark. And then Jessie Peterson out for her 2nd attempt of 80 kilos on platform 2.
Lauren AC coming out here for 102.5 kilos or 225 pounds. Another coveted landmark, the 2 plates, 225. Nice smooth 2nd attempt from Jessie. Let's see how this looks for Lauren. Very smooth. 3rd attempt for Lauren. Nice work. 102.5 kilos. Let's see if the judges, 2 white lights. Good for a successful lift. Looks like she got a yellow card, so maybe something like butt lift, foot movement.
Yeah,
it's okay.
This is definitely a harder one for the live stream view.
Yep.
Because if right now, if we're looking at Alexis Whitted, like if her left heel comes off the ground, I have no idea.
100%
I can't tell.
hard to see. So your feet do need to be fully flat on the floor to get that start call. Again, it depends on what the refs are seeing. Also, it's as flat as the shoe allows. So some shoes make it a little bit difficult, particularly things like Converse, that they may, especially the longer you've had them, they may start to contour. It can be hard, but as long as it's as flat as the shoe allows. So what I'll do is I'll look to see what it looks like when the lifter is standing with their full body weight on the shoe, and if it's still curved, it's going to be curved. Yep.
So while we were talking about that, Alexis Whitten missed her second bench attempt at 82.5 kilos. She got 2 cards there, 2 blues for up and down, and I saw that from the stream. Yep. So probably a good call, but she still pressed it out, so she's definitely got the strength to do it. She's probably going to come back and retake that one. I'm eager to see. Starlin Simon not getting her second attempt at 90 kilos.
And then I actually just met Maria in the bathroom. Very sweet. She's so one of the things too, she just pointed out to the ref that she can't really hear as well through one of her ears, and that's really important and especially with how loud the environment can be, and if you struggle to hear, just let your ref know. And then I'll always ask, is there a better ear for me to shout the commands into? I'll say I have a pretty loud voice. Maybe not on the commentary, but that can help too when you have a nice, crisp command that you can hear. Nice work for both Brianna and Maria here, getting 3 white lights on both platforms.
Yesterday I had a Master 5 lifter on my platform, so I was notified of the inability to hear.
Yep. And that's why we also have the hand commands as well. And in these situations, because they're lying down on the bench, they can't see the hand commands. But if they do have some auditory issues, you can go up a little closer, and I try to make sure that they can still see my hand at the same time as well. Ooh, we got a narrow grip bench here for Olivia. Close grip benching, 198 pounds.
Kind of interesting there. When she pressed it up, her eyes went to her left hand.
And they got 3 white lights for her. And Marie with a smooth 57.5 kilo opener here, platform 1.
Where do your eyes go when you bench press?
Do you
straight
watch
up the bar?
Nope, straight up, watch the lights.
I've noticed it's about 50-50 between people that just stare at the ceiling like I do, or people whose eyes follow the bar. Yep. And it really messes with people when you acknowledge that to them, because then they become aware of it.
Yep, so especially as an equipped lifter, I was always taught to stare straight up, because if you're watching the bar, your head will come, or not, just give you a little bit of neck flexion, which can throw off some of that thoracic extension you're looking for. So I remember my college coach taught me you should be able to count the lights on the ceiling. But everyone has a little different approach. Some people really like to be able to see what the bar looks like on their chest. Sometimes it's just keeping it in the periphery as well, so you don't have to necessarily stare at the whole bar, but as long as you can kind of see it out of the corner of your eye.
I was training with one of my meet directors in Indiana last week, and he made a comment when he asked me for a lift off or a spot. He's like, yeah, when I go for an AMRAP, I just like to close my eyes and go at it. I was like, oh, okay. Yep. But no, he actually closed his eyes as he was AMRAPing 225.
Not quite there for Camille. Looks like because there was a little bobble on her chest, that's why they held her a bit on that press command. So if you're noticing that as a ref, you do have to wait for that bar to come completely motionless. And sometimes I'll admit, I feel like if I accidentally gave a quick command on the first and I noticed I was a little bobbly, I have to check myself as a ref. Be like, you know what? Really wait, make sure that bar is motionless. We're trying not to keep complete tabs on why people miss lifts, because we don't want to necessarily grill them for that. Keep each lift completely separate, but sometimes we do remember why people missed, and we will kind of look for those things on second or third attempts.
Now, what is an athlete supposed to do if they get a card and they're not sure what it's for?
So in this case, you actually want to approach the jury. So at local competitions, you can just go to the ref and ask why they got that red card. At nationals, you're not supposed to be talking to the platform refs. So the correct protocol is to go to the jury table, ask why you got that card infraction, and then the jury will go and ask the ref on your behalf in case they don't know. Usually the jury knows why, but yep, that would be the correct order of events here. Heather Giamba taking 70 kilos on platform 1 for her opening attempt. Smooth opener there.
And of course, the reason that we do that is in order to keep the meet going. This is a massive meet. We've got over 900 lifters. We're trying to do it in a reasonable amount of time. So just to expedite the process, we just ask that the coaches go straight to the jury table. The jury can come and ask the platform official. Sometimes they don't even need to. Sometimes they see it and they go, hey, this is exactly what that was for.
And so the point of the jury is to make sure that the rules are being enforced appropriately. At regional level meets or above, there will be a jury table. You can do things like protest calls or ask for a relift for your own lifter. You can also protest other lifters' calls. So let's say your competition got a lift or got credited for a lift you didn't believe they should have deserved credit for. You can go and contest that at the table as well.
I believe we actually saw that happen in the first Primetime session.
Yeah, with one of the world record attempts that they just timed out.
Yep.
The jury table did call time, but the ref still gave the start command, and one of the other coaches came to the jury table, protested it, lift got overturned.
And that's one where everybody did everything kind of the correct way, right? Like, you could argue, yeah, the chief referee probably should have called him on time, but hey, it was close enough that they still went through with the lift.
As head ref in those moments, it can be so tough because you're watching the side referee's hands versus like paying attention to the clock. I'm looking at like 5 different things at the same time, so something to keep in mind there as well. But the jury will yell at you like time from the table so that you can hear that.
So where do you like to position yourself on the platform if you're a chief referee, right? Because you just acknowledge that there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff that you have to keep your eyes on. How do you tackle that?
Ideally, I like to be center because things I like to double check is, I trust the spotters and loaders. They're amazing. I do double check each side to make sure the plates are correct. I also want to be in a good vantage point where I can see both of my side refs. That being said, at the national level, or here, because there's the cameras straight on, you kind of have to angle towards one side or another. So you'll see some of the refs getting up out of their chair to see the opposite side of the plates, make sure they have the right bar load. I will say the TV screens are really helpful for that as a referee as well because I can double check bar loads there. I also try to watch the spotters as they're loading the bar so I'm not stuck getting up watching it later.
Yeah, I do something very similar. I like to position myself off to one side so that way, in this case, the right half of the bar, I can see all the weights there, and then I just can see the other plate tree and use a little bit of deduction skills there to try and figure out what's going on, right? Gives me a good view of the rack heights, trying to make sure everything's going. Not to toot my own horn, and thankfully I'm not on the platform for this anymore. I've had a misload on my platform in the last 4 years, so I'm hoping to keep that streak going.
Oh, yeah. And then we had Laura Robinson. She came in with a smooth opener while we were talking here about some rough things. And then we have Mika with her 105 kilo second attempt. Let's see what the judges say. 3 white lights, really smooth there. She definitely had more in the tank for that third. Adrienne Bonaparte coming in with her opener on platform 1 at 72.5 kilos or 160 pounds.
Maureen Wynn coming out with her second attempt, 105. I believe that's 231 pounds. Some major bench presses here from these ladies.
Yep, we have 6 women benching over 100 kilos here. Nice work right there for Maureen on her second attempt. Still more in the tank for a nice third. Janelle coming out for 107.5 kilos or 237 pounds.
Janelle, that's right, the one with the elaborate bench setup. Thankfully, she gets a full minute to do this.
In these cases, when you do have a longer unrack, it is really important to make sure you get it on that first time because you may not have 2 opportunities in that minute clock. Brittany Luce here with a nice opener at 75 kilos. Love the pink hair, pink
blink
eyes.
and miss it kind of attempt right there.
Oof, nice fight there for Janelle. Let's see
Couple
what the
of
judges
sticking
say.
points.
Yeah. And it looks like she did not get this, so it looks like one of the failure cards was a blue card, one was a yellow, so the blue was probably for the small little up and down motion. The yellow, it could have been something like butt lift, hard to see. In the cases, though, where you have 2 different failure cards thrown, those are a little easier to protest to the jury versus if you have the same failure card on both, harder to protest. But you do have to protest a particular failure card. You can't just come to the jury and say, I object. You have to challenge one of those cards. And then during that little talk, we had Leah Lutz come in with a smooth opener.
We now have our last second attempt on platform 2. Belinda Acer, 115 kilos, 252 or 53 pounds, right? Something like that.
Nice, smooth second there. Let's see what the judges say.
Solid.
Nice work. 3 white lights. And then we have Tracy Cook opening up with 82.5 kilos, 181 pounds on platform 1 here. Coached by Sam Strong. A smooth bench there
Great
for Tracy.
opener. Got the same weight on platform 2 for Erica Johansson.
She gets 3 white lights. Tracy's also a referee. I will say advantages to being a referee. Yes, you do hold yourself to those standards all the time. Erica Johansson, 3 white lights on her 3rd attempt bench. Nice work.
For the most part, referees like to help out too. So if you have one local to you, if you're not one, ask them to judge your lifts. Like I always tell people, I'm judging your lifts regardless of whether or not you ask me to. You just have to ask for my thoughts on.
100%. And then we have Alexis here coming in for her 3rd attempt on platform 2, 82.5 kilos. She missed it on her 2nd. Let's see if she can come back, get it on her 3rd. Ooh, nice work. Let's see what the judges say. And Alexis gets 3 white lights. A little fist bump from Coach Ely. Nice work.
That's a good one to come back from. I believe she missed that 2nd attempt on up and down motion.
And then Catherine did not get credited for her 2nd attempt bench. That's okay. She'll get another try at it for her 3rd. Jessie Peterson here on platform 2, coming in with her 3rd attempt, 85 kilos, 187 pounds.
Another 5 kilo jump from her 2nd.
I think there's a little butt lift though. Let's see what the judges say. Well, it could go either way. Oh, 3 white lights. I'll say something that actually helps with disguising the butt lift is the angle of the lights. So you see the lights are coming from overhead, which is nice if you struggle with something like a small heel lift or butt lift, because the shadows are being casted down. It can make it just hard to see those things. And if you can't see them, you can't call them as a ref. But some of those things can work to your favor. I know hit or miss emotions when it comes to the lights.
As Starlin's going to miss her 3rd attempt there, just not in the tank, 90 kilos on the day. She does get credit for her opening attempt at 85 kilos. So she missed 90 twice, but made 85. 87 and a half, like that's, it's hard to shoot in the middle there, right? Like she's probably hit that attempt in the gym a couple of times.
100%. And then we had 3 white lights for Maria here on platform 1. She did great with her 2nd attempt. Olivia trying to chase after that 200-pound bench. Let's see if it's there today. Let's go, Olivia. Not quite there today. Next time. That 200-pound bench is right around the corner. Kelly Swanson here coming in for 62.5 kilos on her 2nd attempt, or 137 pounds. This is also a landmark women's strive for, the 135-pound bench.
Oh, right.
One plate on each side, yep. Nice work there, Kelly. Celebrating with her coach, Meg, who was helping her out on the day. Brianna, 3rd attempt bench. Let's see if she can grind out those 95 kilos. Nice work. What did the judges say? You can hear the scream for here. She is excited for that. 3 white lights. You can even hear some whistling from the audience. Everyone's getting hyped up.
You've got Camille Bean coming out to take her 3rd and final bench press attempt. 95 kilos. This is a retake from her 2nd attempt.
And so one of the things we haven't talked about, like, and I think really impact 3rd attempt benches, is weight cutting. People end up cutting weight. A few less pounds on your body can make it trickier to grind out those heavier benches in particular. And it looks like not quite there for both Camille and Mary. We got our ladies coming out together. We've got Denise Bailey Castro, coached by Shane, going after 95 kilos here. Heather Giambo on platform 1, going after 75 kilos. Another landmark women will strive for is new plate colors. So first time benching a red, very exciting always. We're just getting to that next landmark. You know, you
I
have to
have
set those goals
noticed
for
that
yourself.
that coming up a lot lately. I've seen a lot of lifters from my area
Nice
finally
work.
taking down that red.
Yes, nice bench for Heather there. Looks like not quite there for Denise, but it's okay. That'll be the catalyst for a nice big deadlift.
Third attempt now on platform 2. We're going to have Isabella Reed.
She's getting hyped. Look at that, smacking the quads.
She was getting hyped up for squats as well, I remember.
Love it. Love the intensity. Those are always fun lifters to watch.
Honestly, as a ref, it gets me kind of fired up too.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, you can't play favorites out on the platform, but we can play favorites back here.
I also love the reactions afterwards, those who get really hyped. Ooh, Isabel, nice work.
That was a great third.
Yeah, that was great there. Let's see what the judges say. And she gets 3 white lights. Nice work there.
Attempt selection for her has been very solid today. She missed her opener squat, still went up. So they've had a game plan and they've been executing it.
And then Suzette came in on platform 1, took down that red plate with 3 white lights.
Chloe Beasley out here now. Third and final bench press of her competition.
Yep, and she was just explaining to that spotter how she likes her hand off. Also very important as a lifter to take responsibility of that explanation moment. You want to be quick, sweet, short, to the point, and get the lift off that you want.
7 women in this flight are going to be taking thirds over 100 kilos.
So impressive. And Chloe's a junior lifter as well. Oh, you got it, Chloe. Nice work.
Locks it out and even, but that's okay.
Yeah, let's see what the judges say. And
3
she gets
white
3 white
lights.
lights, as does Laura Robinson on platform 1. Nice work there.
Brooke McCluskey going to come out to take her third attempt. 105 kilos, 231 pounds on the bar. As Amelia Morrison is getting set up for her second attempt over on platform 1, 77.5 kilos.
Nice push, Amelia. That was a smooth second attempt. Looks like she's on the Ogre Compound team. Ooh, one of the things we'll start to see come together soon is team awards. So yes, at meets like this, of course, it's a very individual sport, but then there's also that team component. So you'll see teams trying to garner as many points as they possibly can for the team trophy and team flag. Also bragging rights, let's be honest. But
Brooke McCluskey gets 3 white lights on her third attempt at 105.
And then we have Adrienne Bonaparte going after 77.5 kilos here, platform 1. Oh, smooth second attempt. She definitely has more in the tank there, so we'll see what she goes with. The judges give her 3 white lights.
Janelle, final attempt at 107.
Trying to take down the 237-pound mark.
Come on, grind.
Oh, not quite there today. That is okay. Janelle will come back and get that in the future. Love Brittany's hair color here. Look at this bright, vivid pink. Nice work.
Ties the whole outfit together.
Yep, and a smooth bench to go with it.
Strong
Nice
lockout.
work. Look good, feel good, play good.
Another attempt at 107.5 on platform 2. This time it's Maureen Wynn.
And then Leah Lutz coming in here, platform 1. Not quite there for Maureen today. That is okay. She'll be credited for her second lift there at 105 kilos. Leah Lutz trying to make work of this 85 kilos or 187 pounds. Leah is a coach for Barbell Medicine as well as coached by Barbell Medicine. Smooth second attempt there.
Do you think she coaches herself sometimes?
Well, I believe, I mean, they definitely, there's a lot of self-guidance when it comes to RPE, but I'm sure she has someone providing some guidance along the way, or reaching out for advice, things like that. Even myself, I'm capable of looking at all the things, but I still like to have another pair of eyes. You never know what people can see, hold you accountable to.
Personally, I am almost incapable of coaching myself. I'm my harshest critic.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't spot flaws in my own form.
Yep. I'm guilty of going RPE 9-10 all the time if left to my own devices.
Janelle Rogers
Not quite
retook
there today.
107.5, but just didn't have it.
Yep. And then we have Tracy Cook here, platform 1, going after 87.5 kilos, 192 pounds, coached by Sam Calhoun, part of Team Sam Strong. Nice descent. Not quite there, but to be honest, I could see her rescuing that on a third attempt, so let's see how that works out for her.
We've got our second to last bench press of the day on platform 2. Mika Story coming out, took a 5-kilo jump, up from 105 now to 110, 242 pounds.
Nice push there, Mika.
That was a really good battle. She's a taller, longer-armed lifter, so to have that strong of a bench press is great.
100%. And we'll talk about proportions, leverages. You may just be better built for certain lifts. Something like the bench does reward people with short arms because you don't have to move the bar as far, but you can make up for that, have some nice strength through chest, triceps, and but the long arms come in handy for deadlifting. Yes,
and not looking too far ahead, but her opener deadlift actually starts with a 2.
Okay.
So that's a pretty good indicator.
So it's definitely a big deadlifter there.
Belinda Acer is going to close out the bench press on platform 2, up 2.5 kilos to 117.5. No wrist wrap, self lift off.
Pounds and kind of a closer grip
I was
there.
thinking as well.
Yeah, wow, super impressive.
Soft touch.
Ooh, drive. Come on, Belinda. Nice grind there.
I think she gets it unless her butt came up.
Yeah, let's see
I
what the
didn't see
judges
downward
say.
movement.
I didn't either. Nice. Hey, two-way lights. We'll take it. Nice work there. Nice push. That was a nice, strong third attempt bench.
And that'll do it for bench press on platform 2.
Okay.
Just like before after squats, the pit crew out there breaking down the platform. They're going to switch it over to set up for deadlift. That 10-minute clock for a break is going to start after they get the combo rack and everything out of the way.
And then Anne-Marie, very excited. She just got her third attempt bench, 62.5 kilos. Wonder if that was a nice PR for her. Good excitement there.
And that's a pretty good view of what has to happen sometimes on bench press. She's starting at 57.5, went to 60, went to 62.5.
Yep. You're talking 2.5 kilos.
You're just building the total. You have to do it.
Yep.
2.5 kilos is a large percentage of her bench press. It's about 5%.
Yeah. And we'll focus in here on platform 1, third attempt benches. We have Mary getting ready to go with 65 kilos. Come on, Mary. Not quite there today. And then in the lower right corner of platform 1, you can also see the photographers. If you're interested in photos, Barbell Productions does an amazing job. They're taking pictures, videos of everything. So if you're interested, definitely worth getting. I love getting my pictures from them. Always a fun way to relive the meet afterwards, but also have some nice memories to look back on as well.
Yeah, I don't think people, I don't think people truly appreciate the amount of work that goes into put on a production like this.
Oh, so much work. A smooth third attempt bench for Maria. Nice work. But yeah, no, I can definitely take a lot of the whole photography team. You'll see them going around. I just started learning how to use the camera. It's really fun to see all these different moving parts of what it takes to put these meets together.
Yeah, we've probably got a rotating crew of, what, 30 to 40 people or so?
Oh, yeah.
At all times?
Yep.
Like, just in this back media area right now, we've got about 15 to 20 people.
Yeah.
And thankfully, they only have to listen to us. Or I guess that could be unthankfully.
Not quite there for Kelly. Looks like there was a little kind of grooviness to her descent, made it harder to get that press command, but that'll be there in the future. We'll see how she does with deadlifts. Heather Giambo coming in here with 77.5 kilos on her third attempt bench.
Just another 2.5 kilo increase. This platform is going to stay pretty tight here with this bench for the rest of it.
And this is a pretty nice jump spread for women. Around like right here, you'll see this 5 kilo jump from their first to the second attempt, and then 2 kilos from the second to third. Again, that 2.5 kilos can be a lot, and the percentages of made benches, we want to try to get what we can out of it. A lot of control on the descent. Gave her a smooth push up. Let's see what the judges say. And she gets 3 white lights.
Good call on that third attempt. Bar will stay the same for Suzette Bradley, coached by Max Aida.
And looking across these two platforms, super impressed. No bomb outs yet. So very good there. Again, we mentioned that before.
You said yet.
Sorry, I won't jinx it. No commentators curse here. But want to make sure everyone stays in the meet, so really glad to see that there. Again, if you fail to get all 3 lifts at any of the individual disciplines, you're no longer eligible to place. You can and should keep going on in the competition, and you can still hit some personal PRs for yourself, but we want to make sure everyone stays into the competition as well. Suzette Bradley going after 77.5 kilos here. Not quite there on the day, but that's okay. She'll be credited for 75 kilos.
I think she was worried about that one. It looked like she tried to time the press command.
Yeah.
Maybe jumped it, got a little off the chest a little bit early, and it's hard to get that back into a groove, and you're probably going to get called on it.
Yeah.
Bar will once again stay at 77.5 kilos, this time for Master 2 lifter Laura Robinson.
Not quite there for Laura today, but that's okay. One thing to point out, so if you noticed when she was failing, it was coming back a little bit to her neck. Always make sure to set your safeties, friends. I think sometimes people just let them go and keep them too low. As an equipped lifter in particular, I've learned the importance of keeping your safeties just in case. Overall, the spotters very good at catching those things, but just in case they don't, for whatever reason, you want to have that backup plan of making sure you set your safeties.
They are called face savers for a reason.
Yep. No one's trying to get 80 kilos coming on their face here. They want to successfully push that up, like Adrienne right here is attempting to do the 176 pounds. Oh, nice push.
A little bit of a sticking point. Now, I'm not sure if there's downward movement on that. So personally, I'd have to go with benefit of the doubt on that.
For sure. Nice
and
work.
She gets 3 white lights.
Yep. So you brought up a good point, right? If we don't see anything or we're not sure, the benefit goes to the lifter, right? There's times where I'm not quite sure if the depth was there or not. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. That being said, I am going to pay a little more attention to it on your second.
Yeah.
I try to judge each lift individually, but we do catch on to your patterns by the third attempts.
Absolutely. And it's kind of funny. It's probably happened to you as well. The more experienced officials get, the more lenient they kind of get, right? Because they understand that benefit of the doubt kind of thing. So 100%. A good rule of thumb for officials, if you have to question it, if you have to think about it for more than a second or two, it's benefit of the doubt.
Yep. Looks like not quite there for Amelia today, but that's okay. She'll be credited for her second bench at 77.5 kilos.
And we are down to just 3 bench presses left in the session, at least on platforms 1 and 2. Don't know about for 3 and 4. And we've got Brittany Luce coming out. Bar is at 82.5 kilos, 181 pounds for our Master 1 lifter. We're getting a good view of one of the Minnesota Crew's quads. The Nike
flexing
running
right
shorts.
in front of the camera.
Not there.
The pink hair power did not pull through today on the bench, but that's okay. Maybe pull through on a nice big deadlift.
It was funny yesterday. I caught one of the spotters for the Ohio State crew. He positioned himself just so that you could see his right arm in the video board back there, and I caught him flexing his tricep a bunch.
Funny.
I called him out on it too. He just started to laugh.
Love it. They got to keep themselves entertained too. These are long days. Probably one of the hardest jobs. I mean, we talked about how many people it takes to put these productions together, but shout out to our spotters and loaders, keeping all of the lifters safe, lifting all of the weight, in terms of
it is absolutely
getting it
the
on and off
hardest
the
job
bar,
here.
catching people. And we have some great pit crews here across some of our collegiate teams. We'll shout them out. We have Tracy Cook here trying to come back with this 87.5 kilo bench.
I saw her looking pretty locked in before this.
Yeah. We're with you here, Tracy. Punch it. Oh, nice work. Let's see what the judges say. And she got it. 2 white lights. So that's good to come back from it.
I think the yellow card might have been maybe her butt came up just a little bit. Her arch seemed a little steeper than it was the last time. But that being said, we are down to the final bench press of the session. Leah Lutz coming out 90 kilos on the barbell, 198 pounds.
Very impressive bench here. Leah Lutz is a coach herself, barbell medicine, also coached by barbell medicine. I believe she's got Jordan in her corner today. Oh, nice descent. Let's see Leah grind it out. Not quite there today, but she'll come back.
Good crack at
it. And she still has a smile on her face. I love the personalities here too. It's not fun to miss, but the meet keeps going on. So you just gotta keep that good attitude, and it'll roll into a nice deadlift for you. Looks like we're breaking it down for deadlifts now on platform 1. We'll take a small break for you here, and then we'll be right back because we got deadlifts coming up, about to start on platform 2.
See you in just a moment. All right, it looks like we are just about ready to open up the deadlift portion of the event for Session 1, Day 3, here at 2024 USAPL Raw Nationals. We've got Carrie opening up with 147.5 kilos. Gets a nice strong lock out there. And she is now posted a total. She's got 3 white lights on the board. Good way to start the event. Gabriella coming out now 155 kilos on the barbell for her opening attempt, 341 pounds. Competing in the 75 kilo open category. Something impressive to note, all these women are going to be pulling over double body weight today. That's a huge milestone. 2 times your body weight from the floor, locked out up at the hip. Gabriella moved 155 with authority, 3 white lights for her. Sophia's up now 160 kilos loaded. The all red, white, and blue kit. Solid lockout there from her. Good lift there for Sophia. Anna Kubik coming out 162.5. Deadlift's going to move a little bit faster than everything else. There's no rack to adjust, right? We're just picking up off the floor. Although I do like to sometimes ask newer lifters as a joke what the rack height is on deadlift. They get a little nervous, and that makes me laugh. Anna Kubik, opening attempt at 162.5. Looks solid. She controlled it up, controlled it down. I believe she's going to get 3 whites off that, and she does. Bar's going up 2.5 kilos. It's going to stay there for just a moment. Jessica DiGiovanni, excuse me, 165 kilos on the bar, 363 pounds. She's looking intense. Strong pull for her opener there. 3 white lights. Bar remains at 165 now. Opening attempt for Erin Curran. Erin's had a good day so far. She's actually gone 5 for 5 instead of 6 for 6. She decided to scratch her 3rd deadlift attempt after making her 2nd at 150. She has a 220 kilo subtotal. This will lock up her total and officially put her on the board. Looked easy from here. 3 white lights. It's going to be our last attempt at 165. This is going to be Janae Hester coming out. Her opening attempt now. Snappy opener. So Dr. Sophia Veras and I, we've been talking a little bit about the strategies going into meet. Some people like to start closer to their top end. I'm a big proponent of starting way lower, right? Getting yourself into the meet, getting yourself that total, and then making a bigger jump there to try and build that total apart. But again, the most important thing is actually posting a total and staying in the meet. So now we've got Maya Morgan here taking her opening attempt at 170 kilos. Locks it out with authority, 3 white lights. So far, nothing but whites here. That is what we like to see on deadlift. Ashlyn Dormini coming out, taking her opening attempt, 172.5 kilos, 380 pounds as an opening attempt for a 75 kilo lifter. Well over 2 times body weight. Looked like she was standing up off the couch. Bar's going up 2.5 kilos. We've got 175 going on the bar now for Erica Varner's opening attempts. Taking her time, getting set up. Setting up nice and wide for sumo stance. I'm a big fan of her kit too, right? We talked about Sophia's kit earlier, the red, white, and blue. I'm a big fan of this all white. Slower opening attempt, but she is able to lock it out. I wonder if that's just a bit of fatigue coming in, right? This is a major meet. the national championship. A lot of people travel from all over for this. I know I myself was on a flight a few days ago. Staying in a hotel, being up a lot makes this challenging. Interested to see what she puts in for her second attempt now. Went up 2.5 kilos once again for Jamila Owens, her opening attempt. I can't tell what's on her socks. Those are either tacos. I think those are tacos. Tacos or hot dogs. I'm hoping they're tacos.
It does look like they're tacos.
That was another great opener from Jamila Owens. And so far, we're clean. These ladies have been doing a great job on their openers this entire flight. Now there's just one more opener. Amy Schmidt coming out, 180 kilos, 396 pounds.
Amy's been having a great day so far. I love her energy.
Another one of those taller female lifters that we were talking about.
And this can be the advantage when it comes to deadlifts. You got the nice long arms, long legs. Gives you good leverages here.
And it looks like she's pulling the better grip for deadlift, I say, the hook grip. I'm only a little bit biased.
I'll admit I struggle with hook grip. My smaller hands actually makes it a little easier to go the over-under. So you'll see a combination. It's really personal preference there. So some people will have one hand over, one hand under. Some people will have both hands over and have the hook grip. One of the advantages here is with the over-under, as it gets heavier, it can start to windmill out a little bit on you. So you'll see the overhand a little easier to keep closer to your body. The underhand can drift away a bit, and that's why people will go with the hook grip to make it easier to pull both of the hands in, lock in, upper back, keep that bar nice and close.
We got Carrie coming out, taking a 10-kilo jump up to 157.5 for her second attempt. First was snappy.
Yep, so deadlifts, you can take some nice big jumps here too.
Slowed down pretty significantly, but she is able to lock it out.
So we also have two different style stances. We got the sumo conventional. In general, sumo may be a little bit slower off the floor, faster to finish. Conventional, faster off the floor, a little slower to finish. Personal preference on which one works best for you.
And sometimes it could also be proportions, right? Like,
yep.
With bench, like, really the only thing you can change is your arch and your grip. Squat, like maybe your width and where you position the bar. Deadlift, I think, is the biggest change is like because of your proportions, whether or not it's better for you to pull sumo or conventional.
Yeah. You know, and even there's that modified sumo in the middle Ed Cohen made very popular.
The
so you can really
frogger.
Yeah, the frog stance deadlift. We'll see which one, again, anywhere and in between. See which one works best for you. Looks like she got a red card from the front. Let's talk about what these infraction cards mean on deadlifts.
All right, so that is actually the first red that we've seen on the platform for deadlift so far. The red in deadlift is going to be one thing, and it's going to be not locked out. So it could be any combination of things. It could be your knees, it could be your hips, or it could be your shoulders. Most commonly, I think, is going to be your knees, and then your shoulders are a big one. The hips is kind of, if your hips aren't locked out, it's really just your shoulders aren't back far enough. That being called from the front, maybe a little surprising. It's a tougher angle to get it from, but you still have to call what you see. Onto the blue card.
Blue card would be any form of up and down motion on the way up, so hitching. And then the other one is shelving. And so the way to think about shelving is when you see people's knees jut forward on their deadlift on the way up, and they effectively use their thighs as a shelf to support the bar on. So it's called supporting on the thighs.
Yeah, I believe that's the specific wording in the rulebook, right?
Yep.
Supporting on the thighs.
Yep. And then last but not least, we've got the yellow card, which would be any other miscellaneous infraction. It could be foot movement. I don't tend to see that one as much.
No.
Maybe in like beginners when they don't have like a confident stance yet. The other one, slamming. So you do need to make sure that there's some control of the bar going back down to the ground. Let gravity bring it down with you. Keep your hands on it at all times. You cannot let go of the bar. The other one is you cannot forcibly push the barbell back into the platform, or you will get called for that as well.
It's funny, as you were explaining slamming the bar or letting go of it, I could just feel your eyes staring through me. I'm notorious for doing that in training. I've never done it on the platform, but in training I do it.
For sure. And then last but not least, jumping commands. On deadlift, it's a little bit easier. There's only one command. It's down. But you want to make sure that you have control so you get a nice quick down command, right? If it looks a little sus, you may get stuck holding that a little longer.
All right. Bar is staying at 175 for the second attempt of Aaron Curran. If you're just joining us, welcome. We are into the deadlift portion of the event. Day 3 here at 2024 Raw Nationals. Another quick introduction. I'm Alex Walters, National Referee, Indiana State Chair for USA Powerlifting. I'm here with Dr. Sophia Veras, a Category 2 referee out of Connecticut. Just one of those New England people. It's okay. She's here. We allow it.
Hey, I was actually thinking about it when I was walking around out back. How many New England lifters we have? Very proud Northeast. I'll say in general, the big states for powerlifting, I'd say Texas has been probably the most dominant. They have high school powerlifting associations in a few states, which builds and feeds into their bigger programs. And some of these individuals have been lifting 10, 15, 20 years, so they've built up some good experience. In the Northeast, we're still developing, but you're seeing more high school programs coming on out. The college program's developing, so I did lift in collegiates. When I lifted in collegiates, we were one of the few teams of the Northeast, and now there's at least like 20 different teams I can think of. So cool to see the sport as a whole growing.
That is really cool. Like, I've been involved in the sport.
I got the headphones here. Got a little too amped. Forgot about those.
I've been involved in the sport for about 5 or 6 years. I'm from Michigan. Michigan does have a high school powerlifting organization, but they didn't when I was there, and that was only 10 years ago.
Well, it's growing. It's hard to start. I am trying to start it in Connecticut. You do have to go to your athletic association for the state to get it sanctioned as a school sport that everyone would be playing. Ooh, nice work there for Erica with this 180-kilo deadlift.
Honestly, that was a better attempt on her second than it was on her first. Her first was slow. That second one, still a little bit slow. But the 5-kilo jump, it paid off, and it looked great. She's adding on to her total. I'm interested to see what she's going to put in for her third.
100%. Then we have Maya Morgan here coming in right under 400 pounds at 180 kilos. We'll see what the judges say.
I don't think she's going to get it. I think she agrees.
A little up and down. She kind of felt it. You could see it in her face. Yep, and that blue card right there. But that's okay. That's an easier thing to iron out. And we'll see if she can get that on her third. And you'll see we're moving through these pretty quickly. In general, bench is probably the slowest lift to get through, deadlift the fastest. So once we make it through bench, there's really not too much left in the competition. But this is where it gets exciting because you can change your third attempt deadlift up to 2 times. And that can be a great way to play the strategy game. It's like playing poker, fake someone out, make them think you have a hand that maybe you do, maybe you don't. And then you can make an adjustment afterwards based off of things like the order of competition, see who's going first, who you're close to.
Amy Schmidt coming out, taking her second attempt, a 10-kilo jump up to 190. She's already having herself a solid day.
That's cute. On the platform 1 here, I can see Avis dancing it out, getting ready for her opening attempt.
Deadlift is about where I loosen up too. That's where I start to get a little dancey going.
Ooh, nice second deadlift there for Amy. 418 pounds, 190 kilos. Amy's having a great day.
She looks exhausted.
These days are long, they're tiring, but this is where you got to finish out strong. Anything you got left, leave it out on that platform for deadlifts. Ava's here opening up with 115 kilos or 253 pounds. Nice work there. And so you'll see kind of like 2 different approaches to the deadlift. Some are slow, methodical, very technical. Others are grip it and rip it, full aggression, Hulk mode through it. You'll see it depends on the stance, depends on the lifter. Deadlifting is also a personality, right? Like, what do you like to come out to? Nice work there for Jamila Owens. Ashley Klein here, opening up with 120 kilos, 264 pounds. Nice work of that opener. And she's a Team 3 lifter. We have our teen lifters here on platform 1.
Clean up the barbell for the third attempt of Carrie Zhao. 162.5 kilos. She only went up 5.
Let's talk about why they're cleaning off the platform. You'll notice there's some powder on these lifters. We got 2 different types. If you want to explain to them, Alex, why we're using them.
So the most common one that you're going to see in the other lifts is chalk, right? So chalk Helps create a little bit of friction, absorb some of the moisture that might be on your skin, helps you grip the barbell better, not just for the deadlift, but also for the squat and for the bench press. And then the other one that you see on the thighs, that's not chalk, that's baby powder. So it does the exact opposite of chalk. It creates a lot of like anti-friction. What's the word I'm looking for?
It makes it smoother.
Yeah, there you go. All right, cool. Been doing this a lot.
Anti-friction. It's a good one, though.
Hey, it worked out.
The scientist.
So that's what that's for. It reduces the friction between your barbell and the skin, and it's just going to give you a little bit of a better chance to get up your thighs.
That being said, some of these powders can end up on the bar. So on platform 1, you just saw our spotter cleaning it off. It gets cleaned off every few lifters. When we're talking first and second attempts, it'll get cleaned off every single attempt between third attempts. So you'll see that happening on platform 2 here. Team Big Papa, Sophia, coming in 170 kilo third attempt.
You might have missed that one then, Soph. That's not in the rules anymore.
Oh, they changed it.
They took it
You got to
out.
ask for it. So the key is to ask for it before the minute timer starts.
Yes.
If the bar has already been called loaded, that cleaning of the bar is coming at the expense of your time.
Yes,
so
it
if you
is.
want the bar clean and in a particular way, I know some people like the brush, towel, they'll specify it,
Yeah.
but specify it before that minute timer starts.
Yep. Personally, as a ref, I like to go a little bit quicker. So unless somebody's going to ask me, I'm not going to ask the spotters and loaders to do it. I just want to get going, grip and rip through the session.
Oh, yeah, and Gabriella coming in here, nice 12-kilo jump from her second to her third. Let's see how this goes.
396.
Oh, yeah, nice big jump there. That's good. Oh, they're going to be pulling at the same time. Smooth opener for Rachel there. Ooh, and then Gabriella locks out that
Great
third.
battle. Cheesing at the top. I think she's got it.
And she gets 3 white lights. And along with a nice big hug for Coach. We have Momentum Powerlifting coming up here on platform 1. And then Anna Kubik coming up here on platform 2. Also going for 180 kilos, right under 400 pounds. And this is where you have to be smart and adjust. You know, maybe she wanted the 400, but second attempt didn't move as well as she wanted to. Although I do think she had that 400 pound in the tank after seeing that 180.
Yeah.
Nice work though.
But we are just trying to build
Nice
the soul.
3 white lights there for Anna, and then Renee, smooth opener, 152.5 kilos. 3 white lights there for Renee. Julia Wells coming out here for her opener at 152.5 kilos. Erica Varner now going after the 400-pound mark. Smooth opener for Julia here. And so you'll see some women chasing after some big numbers here too on deadlift. Talked about how that 400 pounds is coveted on squat, also coveted on deadlift. And then it looks like Erica has a nice sign made for her by her fans.
I think it's her husband made that sign.
Oh,
Says that's my
thoughtful.
wife.
I love it. One of the #1 fans there.
What a battle.
Oh, that was a great third attempt grind. Nice work, Erica. Let's see what the judges say. And she knows it's a good lift, the excitement there. And then Gino, of course, he tries to make sure that those people are able to like get their signs out there, holds it for the back, or holds them in the back for them. A nice touch. Erin Kern coming up here, also trying to make work of 400 pounds. Or 402. I'm not going to skimp out those 2 pounds. Also important. Oh, so close. Next time, Erin. Lucy here, opening up with 160 kilos on platform 1. Super smooth opener there. A lot more in the tank. Exactly how you want your opener to look. And it looks like she's being handled by Patria Jimenez. Patria is managing Danielle Lamarco, one of her teammates. Both of them are coached by Meg Scanlon.
I had Patria on my platform on day 1.
She's so sweet. She was actually handled by my partner for Meg. But, well, let's see how Danielle does here. She's getting amped up for her deadlift. Opening attempt at 358 pounds. Super smooth there.
Janae Hester out, third attempt, 182. Looks like the bar is going to sit there. 402.
Oh, yeah, the 400-pound marker. We got a few people going after it.
This is the fourth attempt at it.
Super smooth. She had more in the tank, too.
Definitely more in the tank off that one. From the sounds of it, platforms 1 and 2 are the only ones still going. It looks like 3 and 4 are done.
We'll be rounding out here shortly. Deadlifts does tend to move a little faster. We have Kenya Carter coming up here for her opening attempt, 177.5 kilos. Making work of that. And then Jessica trying to go after 185 kilos. Ride it out, finish it. There it goes. That was a nice, smooth. She stuck with it the whole time. She knows it's good. She's amped.
Absolutely fired up to get that one.
Love those reactions. These lifters put in a lot of work to make this happen. Celebrating the success. Amy Schmidt here trying to round out her day with this 425-pound deadlift. And then Samantha Ulysses here, platform 1, opening up with 180 kilos.
That's a huge opener.
Yep.
Team 3 lifters, 75 kilos, opening 396.
Well, it looks like Amy, one of these Sam Strong lifters. She's got the Sam Strong shirt on. Don't be weak. Love the motto. Oh, nice work, Amy.
I think that's going to be a good lift on platform 2.
And I believe that, yes, nice work. I believe that solidifies her 9 for 9 day. Really nice job, Amy. I didn't want to give the commentators curse before that, so waited for her to finish out. But we're going to have some people finishing out with 9 for 9 days. Truly an incredible feat to put together, particularly on a national platform where it is a lot stricter. There's a lot more going on. So really impressive when lifters are able to successfully make every single attempt.
And when we say strict, we aren't just saying that the referees are a little more harsh, but it's rather we're a little more experienced and we can see the standards a little bit clearer.
Yep. Nice opener here for Rachel on platform 1. My gosh, team lifters opening up 400 pounds. So impressive. And getting stronger by the year. Samantha Terry trying to open up with 185 kilos or 407 pounds.
This will be the last opener for Flight A on platform 1.
Yep, and then Jamila Owens, the 200 kilo marker. Very exciting.
10 kilo jump to this one. Her
like
second one was a good fight.
Looks like she's coached by Sean Collins. Very smart coach. He was coaching in Primetime last night. I'm sure he'll have a lot of lifters, Sincere Training Systems. He's up in the New York area.
Come on, Jamila.
And Samantha Terry here as well. Oh, finish it. Ooh, nice lockout, Jamila.
That was a battle.
Yes, let's see what the judges say. So it looks like she got the red card there. Remind us again, Alex, what the red card is for?
So the red card is going to be a lifter not being locked out at the completion of a deadlift. So that could have been her knees or hips or shoulders. I think most likely looking at that, it would have been her shoulders. Yep. Our perspective is a little bit skewed. We don't have as good of a view as the platform officials do.
Yep, so I mean, I thought she worked really hard to get those things through. But so in that situation, a 3-0 call, she got 3 reds. Can you approach the jury? And how would you approach the jury in that situation, Alex? Tell us.
You can approach them. However, you got to bring a crisp $20 bill there, not as a bribe, but that's the only way that the jury is going to consider overturning a lift from the platform that was 3-0. And that's if it's a good lift for an opponent or a 3-0 no lift for yourself. You do have to do that as part of it. If you get the overturn, you get your $20 back. If you don't,
it's going to be our coffee.
Yeah, it's probably going to be mine and Sophia's coffee for after this.
Kidding. But we did have a good second attempt there from Avis, and now we're bringing it up to Ashley Klein for her second attempt at 130 kilos, with Olivia opening up a smooth opener on platform 2 at 155 kilos. Nice work. She gets 3 white lights. And so we are coming in platform 1. We're on second attempts of Flight A deadlifts. And then platform 2, we've got Flight B going on their openers. Ooh, Ashley, nice work there. Let's see what the judges say. And she gets 3 whites.
Snappy opener for
yeah.
Brianna.
It's so quick, I blinked, almost missed it. That's good right there for 3 white lights. have Ashley Oviedo here, second attempt, 140 kilos. Chloe Beasley opening up with 162.5 kilos. Ooh, nice second attempt for Ashley. Let's see what the judges say.
Chloe Beasley's
Nice
opener looked
work.
really
We
good.
got 3 white lights for both of them.
She had a little bit of a hiccup at the top there. I don't know if she just like lost her balance and managed to maintain it, but she got 3 white lights.
Yeah. Maureen Wynn opening up here, 165 kilos. Smooth opening attempt. You can see those are some nice deadlift proportions there. She's got the longer arms, makes it easier, and she's a conventional puller. Working her strengths, Yasmin Rodriguez, 160 kilos for her second attempt. See what the judges say. And she gets 3 white lights.
Now, as a reminder, these lifters aren't just competing against the women in their session right now. They're also competing against some of the best in the country that are going to be tonight in the Primetime session for day 3. And that's going to start later this evening at 8:30. So a longer gap could be maybe a disadvantage for some of those Primetime lifters, but they've also earned the opportunity to lift on a stage in front of all the people that are here. I've seen a couple hundred people here in the venue. And then they're going to have the live stream all themselves, and on top of that, they know the marks that they have to come in and beat.
Oh, yeah. But my favorite, to be honest, I love the dark horses. The people who can win. There was a lifter last year. He's in the Primetime this year. I forgot the name. But he won from one of these earlier flights and posted the total, and that means that everyone in Primetime is going to have to chase that total. And when you're starting to chase totals, you're no longer playing your own game. So I think it almost puts that tougher position there in some ways in Primetime. But I love seeing people place from these earlier flights in the morning. Julia Wells coming in here, her second attempt, 160 kilos. Smooth all the way up there. Oh.
Let's see. That could be an example of a slam, but
Okay,
it wasn't.
she gets 3
Not
whites
according
there.
to those officials.
Nope. Renee coming in here for her second attempt at 162.5 kilos. Looks like they were sorting a few things out on platform 2.
Renee, coached by Brennan Pappen out of the Detroit area in Michigan.
Also, gotta give Renee a shout out for her curls. As a fellow curly hair girl, like the fact that it's looking this good into deadlifts, I'm impressed. You gotta tell me what products you use, Renee.
Yeah, I can't relate with that one.
Smooth second attempt deadlift right there. And the judges give her 3 white lights.
That was a great opener there for Alexis Whitted. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing everybody's name right. I would say let us know in the comments if we haven't been, but we haven't been reading those.
If you are listening along at home on YouTube in the comments, tell us who you're supporting here. You know, give a shout out to your favorite lifters. I'm sure they'll appreciate watching and seeing them later as they're going through and watching their own performances again on the YouTube live stream. Lucy coming in here for her second attempt, Janelle for her first. Nice work for Lucy. Let's see what the judges say. 3 white lights for Lucy, and then it looks also like 3 white lights for Janelle. Danielle Lamarca coming in here, second attempt, 172.5 kilos. Going. Smooth opener for Camille. Nice second attempt for Danielle. Let's see what the judges say. Looks like we got 3 white lights on both platforms. Nice work. This is a nice big jump here for Lauren. She jumped from 152.5 kilos to 172.5 kilos, so a nice 20 kilo jump. If you can handle those, that's just going to save you energy for a nice big third pull. Oh, and that was super smooth. She's got a lot more left in the tank.
You think she goes up another 20?
For her third, yeah. At least we'll see. Probably another 15, 20. And if that is a trainable skill. If you want to get better at big jumps, you got to train this stuff, and then it'll be that much easier to get on the platform. If you're not used to it in training, it can feel a little jarring to just have that much more weight in your hands.
It can be a shock to the system, but like you said, I agree. It can be super beneficial. Conserve that energy, right? Because what did we go from? We went 152 to 172.
Yeah.
Like 152, it's like that probably felt incredibly easy, like a last warm-up for her almost.
And then her warm-ups were a little bit lighter too,
Yep.
so you're not wasting as much energy on your warm-ups and your opener, and that's just the energy you want to give to that nice third big pull.
The trick is priming your body to perform at its highest level without taxing it too much.
Smooth opener for Belinda.
Let's
Rachel
go to the
coming
bar
in
at
here
the
too.
bottom. She did get one yellow card for it.
Let's talk about it. And then it looks like there was a blue on the platform one as well, but yellow card.
Yellow card. So that's the catch-all again with deadlift, but specifically that one was for not controlling the barbell down. We kind of saw it here on the live stream. She let go of the bar just before it got to the floor. You do need to control it. Like we were talking about, you can maybe get away with that sometimes. She did there, but the chief referee called her on it, and then I'm sure the side referees are going to see that and go, oh, I should have paid attention to that.
For sure.
Now,
and we got a little gamble here on Samantha. Went up another 7 kilos from her opener. Forgot what she missed that on.
Let me see if I can't find it.
There.
She
Looks
had
like
multiple
a smooth
cards.
second here. Let's see if she ends up getting. Nice work. She got 3 white lights on that second.
All is forgiven.
She's
She had
still
multiple
in.
cards on the opener. She had one blue card from the left and one red card from the right.
Yep.
But
Little
she
rainbow.
came out and corrected it.
Happens. And then Erica Johansson made work of the 187.5 kilo opener. And we have Samantha Terry, coached by Yuli, coming in with 190 kilos on her second attempt deadlift here. Isabella Reed.
That might have been the quickest deadlift attempt I've ever seen.
Gotta be careful. They just run out sometimes. It's already done. And Samantha knows is good there.
She gets the lockout, controls it down.
Says.
Shoulders might have came forward just a little bit. She's not going to get it. Downward movement. Yeah, she's talking to somebody in the back right there. She knows what she did.
Yep. And as a lifter, you can generally feel these things, but you know what? Even if you feel it, keep going with it. Like some people will stop, but you never know what the refs will see or not. Sometimes you just got to sell it. And this is coming from a ref, guys. Like,
We
you
missed
know,
stuff.
even if you didn't feel like depth was there, just, you know, like almost like fake it and like give the excitement, and you'd be surprised sometimes what can happen. But that being said, at the national stage, we're not necessarily playing to your emotions. We're playing to just what we see here. Kenya making work of the second attempt deadlift.
Talked about it quite a few times with other officials. After 2 or 3 lifts, we kind of forget what happened.
And then we got Miga opening up 200 kilos. So we have our first 200 kilo opener, our only 200 kilo opener, 440 pounds. Ooh, and that was speedy. Will we potentially see close to some 500-pound deadlifts coming in? So the women are getting stronger by the year. It is so impressive to see this.
And then what's even more impressive to think about is like she could be going for a 500-pound pull today, and she's not in the prime time.
Yeah? Oh, yeah.
That is insanity.
Yeah. And then we got Avis here coming in for her third attempt, 127.5 kilos. We need a 4th attempt here. That was too fast. Nice work, Avis.
Maybe she'll go take
She
one in the
goes.
background.
No, and she actually finished up with a nice 9 for 9 day. Can't put it in the commentator's curse here, so I didn't want to say anything, but she had a beautiful day here at Raw Nats. We've got a few people shaking out with these 9 for 9 days.
Platform 2, Janelle gets 3 white lights on her second attempt at 162.5.
We have Ashley Oviedo coming in here, 145 kilos. Oh, staying patient with it. See what the judges say. 3 white lights for Ashley. Nice work there. And then we have Brianna Carnicle coming in here, second attempt, 167.5.
Being handled by a collegiate national champion, Kyle Dawson, in the background, who won collegiate nats at the 82.5 kilo category. He was actually competing yesterday. I only know Kyle. He moved from Nebraska to where I live now in South Bend, Indiana, so I've gotten to train with him a lot. very strong lifter, very smart guy. I'm sure he's doing a great job here today.
And then we have Alexis Whitted coming out here for her second attempt, as well as Rachel Arenau hitting her third attempt. Smooth second attempt for Alexis. Let's see what the judges say. Looks like it wasn't quite there for Rachel, but Alexis got 3 white lights.
Bar is loaded now for Camille Bean's second attempt, 170 kilos.
And then Julia Wells coming out for her third with 167.5. Smooth second attempt there for Camille. Looks like third attempt wasn't quite there for Julia, but that's okay. Olivia and Nico Larson coming in here, 170 kilos. Nice jump from her first to her second, 15 kilos. Ooh, and she's got a nice, interesting stance, kind of a hybrid sumo conventional here.
Kind of like that frog stance we were talking about, but it was interesting that her hands locked out outside of her hips.
Yeah. Hey, it's what works for you and your leverages. You can experiment with everything. And then it looks like Danielle.
Ooh, got an attempt change in progress.
Oh, we got, ooh, I love attempt changes. Honestly, this is my favorite part of the sport. We got the game is being played.
So that does impact the order of things. So that must have an impact on the raw team category. Let's see if I can figure this out.
So let's talk about some things that dictate order and how you can do this. So we got learning how to leverage your lot number, and then also being strategic about what the actual attempt is. So let's talk about what dictates the order of competition.
Well, the thing that's going to dictate the order of competition after the attempt selection, of course, is going to be the lot numbers. So lot numbers are assigned to each lifter. There's no real rhyme or reason to it. They are just random, but they do assign the order in that the lower lot number always has to go before the higher lot number. So it does look like this attempt change is a valid one.
Yep.
It was changed before the bar got called loaded for Danielle.
So then we have Renee here. So this must be impacting the Team 3 category. Let's see. If she gets this, she's going to move from 5th place to 4th place. Let's get behind Renee as she chases after this podium spot. And we have Janelle here going after her second attempt. Oh, nice work, Renee. Let's see what the judges say. And she gets 3 white lights. Brandon Pappen from Pappen Momentum. He knows how to play the game, get a nice attempt change, and leverage her upper podium spot. So nice work finishing off the day.
And he's got a lifter in the primetime session tonight, Angela Catula.
Oh, that'll be fun. Ooh, and then Janelle had a beautiful second attempt here at 175 kilos. Now we have Danielle Lamarca coming up here, platform 1. Trying to go 177.5 kilos for her last attempt at deadlift. And then she had a very impressive squat. I believe it was 187.5 kilos.
And this is, I believe, to pull herself into 3rd place.
Oh, awesome place.
Put herself on a podium spot before the primetime session, and anything can happen.
Oh, not quite there today. That's okay. Nice work overall on the day in Danielle. And then right here we have Jessie Peterson coming in here for her second attempt. Nice 15-kilo jump. Looked like a smooth second. Let's see what the judges say. We're still waiting to hear what the judges say. I don't want to prematurely call it. It looks like it was a good lift, but we'll wait for those lights to come up. And then Yasmin Rodriguez. Nice big jump for Yasmin. She's going for it. She is going for it.
She's trying to pull herself onto the podium right now.
Nice try. Not there today. She was trying to go from 5th place to 3rd place. Sometimes you got to send it, right? There's a time and a place to be conservative and build a nice 9 day. And then sometimes you put it all on the line for whatever your personal goals are, whether
Nationals
it's placing,
is
totals.
definitely the place to send it.
Yep.
If you have a chance to pull yourself onto the podium at Nationals, I feel like you have to take it. At a local meet, right? Try and build the total.
Yep. And then Lucy trying to finish off with a nice 400-pound deadlift here. Nice work, Lucy. Let's see what the judges say. And the lift is good. Nice
She's
work. She gives
fired up.
coaches a hug. She is excited by that. Brooke coming in here, attacking her 190 kilo deadlift, or 418 pounds. Yeah, team stand strong. Don't be weak. Does not look weak to me. Nice work there on that second attempt deadlift.
This is a big pull for Lauren, 187.5 kilos, over that 400-pound mark. This is actually going to jump her from 11th to 4th if she manages to pull this.
Yep, and then we were talking too, she had some great jumps here. Oh, and that is the strategy behind the big jumps. 20 kilos from her first to the second, another 15, second to third. To be honest, I think she could take a 4th attempt here with another 10 kilos, but beautiful way to finish the day. Rachel here coming after 190 kilos. Teen lifters, so impressive. Oh, she's sticking with it. Does she have it?
Doing a little shimmy, but I didn't see any up and down. I didn't see supporting.
Oh, let's see what the judges say. Could go either way. That's okay.
Again, I didn't see it, but our camera perspective is closer to the head ref's view than to the side refs, and the side refs are the ones who called it. Also, I'm not on the platform, so.
And we have Isabella Reed here going after 197.5 kilos, or 435. Yep.
She sprinted to the bar last time.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's going to be a race against Sam.
She's already sprinted.
Because this happened the last time. Sam was busy
gosh,
setting up, and Isabella did the entire attempt.
Whew. Super speedy.
That moved great, too.
It's like running track here. Nice work. She is pumped. And then we have Samantha Terry here coming after 192.5 kilos on her third. Stowen up from a missed second, so we'll see how this looks. Come on, finish it. Oh, nice work. Let's see what the judges say.
That was solid. Her shoulders didn't come forward. She's fired up. She knows she got that one.
Nice work there. And then Erica Johansson just made work of her 200 kilo deadlift. Samantha Ulysses also going after 200 kilos. Told you guys the coveted landmarks. I'd say outside the 400 pounds, the next big one, probably 425, and then the 200 kilos. We're gonna make some incremental goals here too. Starlin coming in here, 205 kilos. Now starting to get into the 450 mark. Nice second attempt there for Starlin.
Let's out a bit of a scream at the top.
Little lion roar. 3 white lights. Team lifter here, 200 kilos.
Sam Ulysses, 200 kilo, third attempt. Come on.
Stick with it. Wasn't quite there for the lockout today, but she's going to go say thank you to the referees. We always appreciate that. I know it's tough to remember. I'll say as an athlete, sometimes I get a little too excited after deadlifts, but I always appreciate it when the lifters go around and shake our hands, say thank you.
And then we had
Mika had a beautiful deadlift here at 212.5 kilos.
Kenny Carter changed her third attempt. She's going to 205. I missed what it was before she changed.
And there's been a change. I love it when Gino gets pumped up for that overall, gets the crowd going. You know it's going to get exciting when some changes are coming together.
Janelle coming out. She's going to start the third attempts for Flight B and Platform 2. And then Kenya Carter is the last third attempt for Flight A on Platform 1.
And she's trying to pull herself into a 5th place finish, at least for the morning. We'll see how it shakes out in the afternoon once primetime goes, but trying to set the pace for later on. Not quite there for Janelle today, but that's okay. She'll get it in the future. Ooh, Kenya
looks
wanted
good.
it. Let's see what the judges say.
3 whites.
She is pumped. Great way to finish the day there. And then Alexis here, going after 172.5 kilos. Nice, smooth third attempt. Let's see what the judges say. And she gets 3 white lights.
I
Nice
love when
work.
lifts like that happen and she just cheeses up at the top because she knows she's done it. Catherine Everett, our master 4 lifter, opening at 102.5, 225.
Smooth opener there. Gently puts it down.
Doesn't want to hurt the weights.
Let's see, Brianna bringing it up another 7 kilos from her second to her third.
Outlier
Looking to
performance
finish
athlete.
the day strong. Come on, Brianna, you got it, you got it. Oh. Looks like gravity won today, but that's okay. Still a very solid day, 8 for 9 to finish her day at Nationals. Anne-Marie Smith opening up 120 kilos right here. Smooth.
Camille Bean looking to end her day on a high note, 175.
You're right. I do like the white on white look here with all that she's got going on. This looks good. I also have to shout out her curls. So
Loses it forward. I think she was strong enough to lock that out. Just lost her balance.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Sometimes the strength is there. It's just the little things, the balance. Mary opening up with 125 kilos or 275 pounds on platform 1. Nice work there for Mary.
And then Chloe Beasley out for her third attempt, 180 kilos on the bar, 396.
Not quite there today, but that's okay. Overall, she had a great day. Easy opener for Kelly, coached by Megan Schilling, opening up 127.5 kilos. Bringing it up next, Maria coming in with 130 kilos, as we have Janelle trying to get that 180 kilos for her last attempt deadlift here.
Apparently Team Fat Rat going on for Janelle Rogers.
Love the signs here, love the signs. We also have 3 different announcers sneaking in here. We've got Mike, he's from the Albany region. He has a few different outfits, just like Gino. Really awesome to see them come together.
Janelle's asking for a little bit of noise from the crowd.
Yes. The crowd can make such a big difference in giving you that extra oomph you need, particularly if you're tired. Oh, nice work, Janelle. 180 kilos for her last attempt right there. Great deadlift. Nice work. Now we have Brittany Luce. Pink hair vibes coming in here. Deadlift opener, 130 kilos. Super smooth. More left in the tank for sure. Let's see what the judges say.
Cheesing after the opener.
Nailed it. Maureen Wynn trying to take down the 400-pound beast.
Pulling at the same time here.
Now let's see. Oh, that close to lock out together. Heather Yamba with a nice smooth opener.
Maureen's fired up. She just pulled 402.
Very exciting way to finish the day here at Nats.
Amelia Morrison coming out to take her opening attempt at 145. Olivia Nicolarson coming out pulling 402
Nice
for
work.
her third and final attempt. That looked pretty good. I'm surprised she sat down that smooth. That was a great attempt. I think she had more in the tank.
Oh, sure. And then Amelia had a great opener here, getting 3 white lights.
Next up on platform 2, final attempt for Jessie Peterson. We've got 187.5 kilos on the bar, 413 pounds.
for Suzette. Let's see what the judges say. May have been a little foot movement on that, but hard for people to see that, so we'll find out. Oh, she gets 3 white lights for it. Nice work, and she actually finished a beautiful, perfect 9 for 9 day. Nice work.
Brooke McCluskey coming up now. Her third and final deadlift, 197.5 kilos going on the bar. We're going to take the time and clean it, get it exactly how Brooke wants it. Meanwhile, Laura Robinson coming out, 147.5 kilos for her opening attempt.
Nice,
a little slower than she might have wanted, but still a solid opener.
For sure. And I mean, talk too about like how fatigue sets in at this point. I like to think about lifting like a marathon with 9 individual sprints. You got to be able to pick it up when you need to, but you also have to be able to bring it down so that you can last the long term of the marathon. But let's be honest, a lot of us aren't really runners here, except for Alex. Alex does do some running still.
I do. I'm probably the only 110 lifter that consistently runs 5K.
Yeah. Yeah, we're more of that sprinter speed, but Brooke made it here with a solid 3 for 3 on deadlifts and 9 for 9 for the day. Nice work, Brooke. Finishing strong here at Raw Nationals. Adrian, I don't know what happened there with her opener. It looks like she just kind of stopped, but maybe just didn't feel the best coming off the floor, so we'll see coming back there for her next attempt at it. Denise Bailey going after 202.5, 446 pounds here for her last attempt.
This is a massive pull.
Oh, nice work
there. She knows she has it.
Yeah, she is amped. She knows. 3 white lights. And then Leah Lutz made work of her opener. She knows too, gives us the thumbs up. 3 white lights there. Coming in next, we've got Tracy Cook, also going after the same weight, 155 kilos for her opener, giving some fist bumps. The spotters, again, we appreciate their time, energy, and all the work they put in to help make these competitions happen. We have a variety of spotting loading teams. I believe Minnesota, Pittsburgh, OSU. What's the last one I'm missing?
Texas, San Antonio.
Yep, UTSA. Phenomenal crews all around. Tracy made work of her opener here.
205 on the bar for the third attempt of Belinda Acer. 10-kilo jump. She's looked good all day.
She's been locked in.
I expect this one to go well, too.
Oh, nice work. And I believe, let's see what the judges say. Nice work. And this also solidifies her 9 for 9 day. This flight, very impressed. The 9 for 9 performances. It's, harder than it seems to put that stuff together. You really got to focus and execute one at a time, build the day, and take what's there.
Erica Johansson coming out fired up, looking to pull 205.
Oh, yeah, she wants it. She finish it.
No quitting her.
There it goes. The pull through
goodness.
at the very end. Let's see what the judges say. Go either way, but get some faith in this. No. So is that failure to get the full lockout, shoulders through, hips through.
But 2 of the 3 agreed that there was a little bit of supporting on the thighs there.
So the supporting on the thighs, let's talk through that because you can have
real
that.
Quick, we got to make sure
I know,
we don't
I can't miss this one.
Isabella Reed sprinting out.
Oh, there we go. Finish it. Nice work.
Blocks it out.
Oh, yeah. Let's see what the judges say here. And she gets 2 white lights. Good to call that. And huge hug for Coach right there.
All right, so back to what we were saying, though. Ask the question again. I'm sorry.
What question was they going for here?
We're talking about supporting on the thighs.
Supporting on the thighs. So the knees can jet forward a little bit in this lockout without it necessarily being supporting on the thighs. What distinguishes that?
So it's a pretty subjective thing, right? Each official might view it slightly differently. But it's so, if the speed of the bar is fast enough that it's going up the thighs, and you can very clearly say, hey, the thigh didn't really help her. Like, she would have pulled that regardless. Then you're going to be in the clear. But it's when it slows down and starts to maybe inch up and maybe kind of settle, that's when you're going to get that call for supporting on the thighs.
Yeah. And in other sports, this is a strategy to deadlift more weight. So coming from a strongman background, yes, they're allowed to support on the thighs, but not necessarily here. I'm excited to watch this one.
We have
Mika,
a huge pull.
close to 500 pounds.
490 pounds on the bar for an 82.5 kilo female.
I remember
this
her
is
second
incredible.
attempt went really well, too. Come on, Mika, finish strong. Oh, beautiful deadlift there. See what the judges say?
I think she smoked that.
Oh, yeah, and that solidifies another 9 for 9 day. Solid work in this flight, ladies, making it happen.
I wonder where
And then
that
we had
puts her
a
in
good
place.
second attempt for Maria.
So currently, going into the prime time, Mika's the leader in the clubhouse.
Okay, so Mika set the bar for everyone later on.
She posted a 515 kilo total.
Very good total right there. Very impressive. Nice work, Mika, on the day.
It's not out of the realm of the possibility that with a couple misses in the prime time, she stays on that podium.
Yep, for sure.
I was curious to see if she was going to try and pull 500, but now it makes sense, right? You're trying
build
to
the
build
total.
that total.
Yep. And then Brittany Luce here, nice second attempt deadlift at 140 kilos.
A lot of good execution from our lifters on the day. Now that all the openers are through, we only had 4 missed openers across both platforms.
Wow.
That's fantastic execution.
Really smart
Very
attempt
little
selection as
sweating about the potential bomb out. That's the first time I think we've said that all day, now that we can't curse anybody in the session.
And then Kelly Swanson just made work of her second attempt deadlift there at 140 kilos. Heather Giambo bringing it up to 145 kilos. Seems like pink is the power color of this competition. We got a lot of matching pink singlets, socks, sports bra here.
I am a big fan of pink,
I am also a big fan of pink.
mostly just because I think it looks really good on me.
Get of the colors that work for you too. Nice work there of her second attempt deadlift. I'll admit that red is my power color on the platform. Fun fact, research shows that athletes that wear red tend to win more in competition. Yep, it is a power color. It's a very intense love or hate, right? It's Valentine's Day in hearts, or it's like a red, like the bull charging at the red cape. So very intense color there.
One of those the more you know things with Dr. Sophia Veras.
Colorology, guys. It is fun, the study of the psychology of colors. We have Amelia Morrison coming in here, 155 kilos for her second attempt deadlift. Smooth. She gets 3 white lights.
We're about halfway through the second attempts now. Once again, thank you for joining us here at USAPL Raw Nationals 2024 in Salt Lake City, Utah. I am Alex Walters, your Indiana State Chair and USAPL National Referee, and I'm joined by Dr. Sophia Veras, Cat 2 referee based out of Connecticut. And we're happy to finish out this deadlift session with you as Suzette Bradley comes out for her second attempt, pointing to someone in the crowd, getting some cheers, coached by Max Ieda. She's had a pretty good day so far.
Nice work there, pulling through.
Very nice second attempt for our Master 1 lifter.
And then look at how good the second platform is already done and set up for squats moving forward.
Efficiency from the boys from Minnesota.
Ooh, we've got Adrienne Bonaparte here taking a nice gamble. She missed her opening attempt at 152.5, but still bringing it up for 160 kilos here on her second attempt. She smoked it on the second, so good to see that for her there.
Makes me wonder what she did on the first. I didn't actually see it.
We got 3 white lights. We'll take it. I was say you almost jinxed it with everyone getting openers. I'm like, oh gosh, we still have some. But no, everyone is in the meet. Nice work. We got Laura Robinson here, bringing it up to 160 kilos for her second attempt deadlift.
Come on.
Looks like a little heavy on the day. Sometimes deadlifts like that, sumo in particular, if you can budget off the floor, get it towards your knees, it's getting locked out. If you can't budge it off the floor, that's probably the hardest part.
And the
really takes a lot of
fatigue on the
patience.
day. The fatigue is real.
Yep, and then we got Tracy Cook here coming in 160 kilos for her second attempt, coached by Sam Calhoun. Sam Strong, you can see her actually on platform 2 hanging out. Has to get that good side view. Oh, nice work there, Tracy. I was a little worried about that. So remind us the red card again, Alex?
The red card is going to be for lockout on deadlift. So either the knees or the shoulders, most likely, sometimes the hips. What do you think that one was for?
It looked like the shoulders, but let's actually talk about one strategy here for the shoulders. So the rules changed. We used to have to wear T-shirts under our singlets, but then more recently they took out the T-shirt rule, so you don't have to wear the T-shirt underneath. That being said, I personally still wear the T-shirt because it can distract from situations like the shoulders. So if you don't have the T-shirt on, much easier to see if the shoulders are locked out or not.
I also prefer to wear the T-shirt, but it's a different reason for me. It's because I don't want to show off this awful Midwest farmer's tan.
The farmer's tan. Nice second attempt there for Leah Lutz. But you've been doing all the buys and tries now. You're going to want to show off the delts on the arms soon.
The arms look great,
right?
but it's just they're jarringly white from where my polos cover my arms on the golf course.
It's okay. I have a Birkenstock foot tan. That's when you know you wear your Birks all the time.
My
summer.
ankles are pretty tanned up as well.
We have Catherine Everett. We're coming here now. Third attempt deadlifts, platform 1. Trying to finish off the day strong.
Winding down.
Nice work there, Catherine. Let's see what the judges say. She gets 3 white lights. I'm actually really loving this video that they have on the screen on platform 2. These are some old school lifters here from a few years ago even. I think I saw Bonica Brown in there, Ray Williams with his 1,000-pound squat. You know, I was looking at the records. That still stands. 1,112 pounds. Highest, oh no, that's the total, sorry. 490 kilos.
490 kilos.
By
That's
Ray
incredible.
Williams. The 1,000-pound squat. I forget what nationals that was, but I was there for it. Was it 2016, 2017?
No, the squat was at the
Arnold. SBD Pro. But the first 1,000-pound was before
gotcha.
that. So 490 is the highest one.
Mary's going to lock out her third attempt at 135, 297, and about a half pound.
Nice, that's good enough. And then I realized we haven't had any records this morning. Speaking of records,
No, I don't think so.
Doesn't sound like we had, at least on our platforms, I didn't see any American
There's
or
a video
world
of my girl
records.
Delaney Sousley came up on the side. Delaney,
And then Mariah, too.
let's cut you off a
Oh,
little
yeah.
quick tidbit. The youngest USAPL pro that we've had, she was only, I believe, just 19 years old when she got it just a few weeks ago in Albany, New York at the Open World Cup.
Nice try there, Anne-Marie. You'll get that next time. Trying to go
Showing some
after that
frustration.
315-pound deadlift. Kelly Swanson also trying to get after the 315-pound deadlift. Yes, I'm rounding that one up. I know it's 314.1, but why not? And she's coached by Megan Schilling. These are the Minnesota ladies. Nice, strong work of that. A really great way to end the day. She is pumped. We got a nice jump up there. 3 white lights.
The bar is going to be going up now to 147.5 kilos for the final deadlift attempt for Brittany. Brittany is on the loose here. Not as energetic as I would have hoped for with that intro.
The pink power hair.
Having a great day so far. Come on.
Nice job. She stuck with it. She wanted that.
Fantastic
Oh, yeah,
lockout.
that was great.
Controls the bar down.
That's the pink power hair coming together. Nice work. 3 white lights. She knows she looks good, too, doing it.
She does. Bar's going up once again, this time to 150 kilos. Final deadlift attempt for Heather Giambo. She's also having a really good day so far. I want to see her finish this out, our Master 1 lifter.
330 pounds.
Come on. Slowed down a little bit, but she locks it out.
And it looked like that deadlift pulls her from 4th place to 3rd place. Nice work. And she gives her coach a nice big high five.
And with that, somehow Dr. Sophia here missed it. She went 9 for 9 on the day.
Oh, excellent. Wow, we've had a lot of great 9 for 9 performances. Really proud of these ladies pulling it together. And we have Maria trying to finish it out with 150 kilos on her 3rd attempt deadlift to here.
This will pull her from 3rd to 2nd place now.
The placing pulls.
Come on.
So close.
But she's still on the podium.
Yeah. And finished out the 8 for 9 day. I didn't want to bring the commentator's curse in there, but we were working strong through the day.
We are down to just 6 deadlifts remaining here in session 1 on day 3 here at 2024 USAPL Raw Nationals, located in Salt Lake City, Utah. The bar is going to be at 160 kilos, a 3rd attempt, a retake of a 2nd attempt for Laura Robinson. Let's see if she can bounce back and take this one.
Let's go, Laura. Nice work.
Gets it up and locks it out. I think I might be crazy here, but I think she switched stances.
We've just watched a lot of deadlifts, so I can't fully remember, but that was good for 2 white lights. So really nice job coming off of missing it on the 2nd, coming back on the 3rd.
She missed it off the floor, comes back for the 3rd, and locks it out. Part of me thinks she was pulling sumo on her 2nd attempt and then switched to conventional for the 3rd. I could be seeing stuff.
Yeah, let's see if Tracy can do the same thing here, come back at that 160 kilo deadlift. She missed it on the lockout last time. That's good technical fix, and she can get that one out on the 3rd. And she's got Coach Sam Calhoun watching along. Nice work, shoulders. There you go.
That was a great lockout.
Yeah, much better there. Let's see what the judges say. They thought it was a better lockout as well. She gets 3 white lights. Nice job coming back from that, Tracy.
Barbell is going up once again, 162 kilos going on the bar, the 3rd and final deadlift for Suzette Bradley. This attempt is going to move her from 4th to 3rd if successful. 5 kilo jump. She took a 10 kilo from her 1st to her 2nd. I think she's got this.
Oh, yeah.
Pulling to try and get on the podium.
Part of Team Aida.
Come on, Suzette.
Not quite there today. That is okay. That'll be there for her in the future, but she put together a solid day, so nice work there.
Only 3 lefts remaining in the entire session. The bar is going up 165, 3rd and final attempt for our Master 1 lifter, Amelia Morrison, trying to pull herself from 6th to 4th place in the Women's Master 1 category. 363 pounds on the bar. Final attempt for Amelia.
Liking these socks too. Looks like shoelaces going all the way up. Looks like she's part of the Team Ogre compound. Oh,
that was a great
3rd
pull.
attempt. Yeah, and great jumps. Look, 10 kilos, 1st to 2nd, 2nd to 3rd. Nice way to finish the day. And then we've got Leah Lutz, 2nd to last deadlifter here, but currently in 1st place and looking to maintain that with this deadlift, but finish off on a nice, strong note for herself.
Interested to see if there's any changes after this attempt. Right now, this could be the biggest battle. She's currently in 1st.
Not quite there on the day, but she'll come back at that in the future. So sweet, so supportive. Leah works incredibly hard in the gym, and I know she'll keep coming back to attack that deadlift. Adrienne Bonaparte coming in here, trying to take the same number, 170 kilos for her last attempt, right around 375 pounds. super smooth there.
Great
And
attempt.
that
Might have
locks
had a little
in
bit more in the
second
tank.
place in the Masters division. I don't believe we have any Masters lifting in Primetime later to take that away from these ladies.
I don't believe so.
So it looks like that was our first and second place, at least, on the Masters 1. We'll see how the rest of the results shake out, but we are all done for the morning of lifting here. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate having you here, and stay tuned. We'll come back for session 2 shortly.